Yo, hello? Hello? Yo! Hello, what is up, chat? What's good, everyone? What's up? What's up, Suki Blue? What's up, Camouflage? What's up, High Six? What's up, John, with the tier 1 for 49 months? Darkwing, Pinky, OMG, Vic, Arsenal. What is up? Julio, Riley. Wait, wait, it's Slur Sunday? So I can say it. Wait. I can say slurs? Oh my God. Finally. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, chat. Well, I don't know if you guys saw. Extra Emily already leaked it. But we are doing another hockey stream coming up. That'll be on Thursday. Fucking camera's not centered. We are taking Extra Emily and T10 Nat to teach them ice hockey. Guys, I've elevated the ice hockey streams. I'm going to teach them about beer league hockey. I'm bringing beers. I've even got one of the little whiteboards so I can draw plays on it. Oh, yeah. We're elevating that shit. We're going all out. What's up, Colleen? What's up, Steph? What's up, Lupus? Guys, what's going on? What's the vibe been? Has everyone chilled? Are we like all chill on the drama now? Is everyone like kind of like relaxed a little bit in the Twitch and streaming space? I know there was one thing that was like still like it seemed like unresolved was the well, Honage said what drama? Yeah, exactly. Yo, I like it. Yo, thanks. Watched you play Among Us yesterday from guys. Ellum gave me a little fucking pity invite. Hella late. So I was gonna. I wasn't. Nah, it's fine. I already told him it's fine. It's fine that he does that. I'm happy to fill. I literally, guys, I just went into Specimen every single game and just did cringe roleplay shit. I was just fucking around the entire time. I actually kind of went crazy in like one or two of the games though. I was kind of nasty with it. Oh yeah, harmonica roll. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fun because everyone's like, oh, like what role are you? Oh, I can't say my role. Oh, Yoda. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna fucking make up roles, okay? I felt like making up roles was a good idea. Is it this one? Yeah, anyways. Little harmonica swap. Rather not discuss drama. Is it gray sweatpants season yet? I'm wearing gray sweat shorts, actually. But yeah, it is gray sweatpants season. Guys, it's the only way for me to make my package look anything substantial is with gray sweatpants. Chat. We got a lot to cover. Oh, please don't clip Q. Don't spook me. Don't spook me. Oh. All right. Clip Q is open. What's up, Chosen Jazz? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Before we get into Clip Q, I pulled up some selected things for us to react to, okay?
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Chosen Jazz with the 10 gifted. Yo. Actually. And Sultan, thanks for the 17 months. Wait, chat, thanks for the subs coming in. All right, we got some. All right. Where is this thing? Hold on. Was it this? Mr. Beast will launch his own theme park, Beastland, in Saudi Arabia. It will open on November 13th. Okay. How do we feel about this? How do we? What did Mr. Beast specifically say about this? Let's get his take. Let's see what he said. All right. Next week, Beastland, our brand new theme park opens. We built custom games modeled after our videos that don't exist anywhere else, and we'll have the world's largest prize wall. For example, this game called Tower Siege, where you load balls into real catapults and have to land them in these giant 60-foot tubes for points. I mean, it's a cool, like, don't get me wrong, Chad. It's a cool idea. It's like a theme park arcade, but like to the next level. Drop zones also exciting. 6 people are staying on trapdoors. So okay, the games are sick. Like, can we agree that these games look pretty sick? I mean, how safe they're going to be is another thing. I made a game for people that like zip lines called Airmail. You basically have to drop a weighted bag onto a target below, closer to the middle, the more points you get. Oh, that actually is sick. So you ride a zip line, from here to here, and then you have to... Like, the games are cool. Get through the maze before others. Like, the games are really cool. What was the reasoning with the location? Middle of the world because a majority of my audience is outside America. We have a big Middle Eastern fan base. Wanted to give them the context. To be clear, Mr. Beast also chose Saudi Arabia because he signed a deal with the Saudi-funded Riyadh season earlier this year, and Beastland was part of the deal. I mean, I think the criticism of this is gonna just be like, chat. Am I wrong in just saying like I think a lot of people are skeptical whenever you're doing like a big, especially an infrastructure project with the Saudis. There's always a lot of questions about like the ethics of labor involved, and it's not like it's beyond just like, oh, maybe bad worker conditions. Like sometimes it's basically like, yo, is this being built with slave labor? You know, is the question that will always come up whenever this kind of shit's going on. So, but it looks cool. I mean, it looks sick. I guess get that bag, man. Chat, do you guys ever feel like a lot of creators and or influencers like seemingly have all the money that they could ever need in their lives, and that they take partnerships or continue to do business deals that just seem like, I don't know. Sorry, one sec. Anything for money, I guess. Greetings. So what's up, Coffee Bean? What's up, Squash Soup? All right. You guys already posted a bunch in the clip here. Let's see what we got. Oh, is this stuff from like Sysathon? Oh, was this Ray playing more of a...
Okay. You and 93% of players bro-fisted Royd. Duh. Why would we leave him hanging?
True.
Bros that piss together, bro-fist together. You and 76% of players covered...
Chat, have you ever bro-fisted your boy while peeing? Because I've done that before. I wasn't even like at a urinal. I was like literally like outside doing it.
For Invisigal for punching you. Yeah. I mean, why are we gonna make things worse? It's already bad. Wait, Leslie didn't bro fist? Leslie, you didn't bro fist?
Wait, I'm hearing Leslie didn't bro fist and Leslie didn't point out the fucking nip slip. Nah, she's not a real one.
We was peeing? Oh, so you wouldn't give me a bro fist if we were pissing together? And you snitched?
The final boss joins the arena. Oh, what?
Are you ready for my surprise? I'm ready. Is it a trophy? Is it a vacation?
It's gonna be Zoil. I can already like chat. I not even pre-watched. 100% it's gonna be Zoil.
You have to fight one more person if you want to be the champion. My surprise!
I fucking knew it.
Moto likes you.
No, I'm glad I lost, actually. I'm good. I'm good. Hi,
Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Like they could legit train Zoil to be a lineman, right? Like that's actually like lineman build. No? Like you could train Zoil to be a lineman. 100%. So does not equate to talent. Okay, wait, chat. Isn't a lot of the talent though? Like, okay, this is what I was talking about with Will. I got in trouble for this take. Okay, and here's my hot take. I just feel like football, like American football, I feel like a lot of the positions, like, what do you mean by talent? Aren't most of what you're doing just you just stand there and then just block a guy? Is that not like how much of it is really, you know, like, I feel like most of it comes down to just like your size. There's more to it than that. You stand there and try to get the least amount of CTE. I mean, there's a lot of strength in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's footwork, but like, let me put it to you this way. Chat, is the amount of skill anywhere near the amount of skill it requires to play basketball? Is the amount of skill anywhere near the amount of skill required to like play soccer? No, there's no way there's more. I think it's like 90% raw strength and body size. No? I don't know. I mean, like, oh, by the way, I'm not saying football, like, don't get me wrong. Like I think being a quarterback is one of the most, first of all, you have to be extremely technically proficient and like just incredible amounts of skill to throw a football that way, first of all. But then the amount of like knowledge you have to have of the game, situational awareness, like, can we, chat, are we pretending like all positions are the same? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like being like an O lineman, like offensive lineman, maybe even defensive lineman as well, is like 90% of it is you're just a big guy that runs into another big guy. I don't think you watch football enough. Okay. What percentage of plays, As an O lineman, are you on the snap running into the guy in front of you? Like, isn't it like, yeah, it's got to be like at least 90% of the plays are just the same thing over and over again. Am I crazy? What do offensive linemen do? Let me put it to you another way. I could give you, here, chat. I'll give you. Let me put it to you this way. What if you got a 5'10", 170-pound offensive lineman who has perfect understanding of the game, literally has perfect technique and perfect understanding of everything football, or I give you a 6'5", 300-pound motherfucker who knows absolutely nothing. Which one is going to be a better O lineman? Like Maui Makani, I think is this. Do you guys with the smaller one? You guys think a 5'10" O lineman, or a 5'10" O lineman with perfect technique and perfect knowledge of the game will beat a 6'5", 300-pound dude with no understanding of the game? You guys are fucking delusional. That's not a smart take. You can say the same thing for basketball players. They need to be tall, but then comes to skill level. Yeah, that's my point. My point is, if you took a 5'10" player who is perfectly good at basketball, like really fucking good shooting, blocking, guarding, and then took like a 6'7" guy who doesn't know how to play basketball, the shorter guy will beat him.
It takes all 20.
This is actually Raid. Yeah, 2C's right. The smaller guy, like, guys, I am 5'10", 170 pounds. There is not enough training in the world. There is not enough training and technique in the world for me to be able to beat Zoil on the line. Or be more effective than Zoil on the line. I'm not saying it's not a skillful position.
Hey.
I'm not saying it's not skillful. I'm just saying in terms of pure physicality versus skill, it seems to be more physicality than skill versus a lot of other positions in sport. You know? And there's some positions that obviously require, I mean, for instance, one of the reasons why LeBron James is a GOAT is because he's got incredible skill and he's got incredible athletics. You know, like, if they have the same skill, yes, bigger wins. No, it's not. But no. It's not if they have the same skill, the bigger person wins. It's the bigger person's going to win actually a lot of the time, regardless of skill. O-line has the hardest job in sports. Counterpoint, quarterback has the hardest job in sports. This is a 54-minute video. It's a 54-minute video. Also, this is 6'3", 248 pounds. I said 6'7", 300 pounds. Yeah, don't sure, you guys are. It's like one of those things where it's like I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Like, chat, can a smaller person beat a bigger person? Yes, sure. I'm sure it happens. I'm just gonna be so honest with you. And I feel like if you asked NFL coaches, be like, hey man, do you want like a short guy who has perfect form, or do you want a really fucking big guy even if he doesn't have form? They're like, yeah, I'll take the really fucking big guy. Like, I don't think it's really not true. I mean, I think it's probably true. You are wrong. You are wrong. Okay. I think the laws of physics would agree with me. But okay. Let's go. Let's do something really. Do you guys think that the skill, the not talking about physicality, just the skill, the understanding of what you're doing, of a lineman, is as important as the skill of being a quarterback? Yes or no? Let's see if we're on the same page. I just need to even know if we're like in the same realm of talking. Is it as skillful as being a quarterback? To the team, yes. What the fuck does that mean to the team? Yeah. What am I talking? Okay, yeah. You know what? Okay. You know what? I don't think we're on the same page. Chat. I think I got rage baited. I don't think I got one guy either. I don't think we can. The current shortest the shortest NFL lineman is 5'10", 270 pounds. QB can't perform if linemen aren't skillful. Oh my God. I didn't ask that. Chat. Oh my God. We're going to pause. But you know what? Hold on. What do you think is more skillful? Playing basketball, like just generally playing basketball and the skills required to be an NBA player. Not talking about like what you need to train, like physicality, just NBA, the skills that go into being an NBA player or being a lineman. Which one requires more like technical skill? Is that like, are we even in the same realm of discussing things here? Because one of them, I'm like, oh, you actually have to like understand a lot of things in the game. You have to work on your shooting form. You have to work on any number of passing, certain plays, yada yada. And I mean, I know there's plays and stuff, and there's footwork that the line. But I'm like, if I'm a lineman, I'm like, a lot of my time is investing like in bulking and getting big, you know. Apples to oranges, but it's different skill. No, I mean, I'm just talking about like kind of like athletic training and like what you're like learning. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like, if you guys really want to know, I think I'll even say this. I think an NBA player in terms of like skills and techniques requires more knowledge than any position in the NFL except for quarterback. And I would tell you that I think a quarterback requires more skills and techniques and knowledge than an NBA player. Like, I don't think all positions in sports are the same. Like, some are just more difficult to master than others. And I'm just saying that of the positions in football, like lineman is like, it's pretty simple, right? We can agree. Maybe it takes a lot of, maybe the techniques to do it, it requires a lot. And again, for instance, I would say that linemen, a huge part of it is you just have to be genetically predisposed to be a lineman, right? And you then have to fucking lift a lot and get really strong and bulk a lot, right? Yeah, honestly, streaming requires more skill than all of that. Just like you need to be tall to be a baller, I think it is way okay. Which okay. You have a 5'10" lineman, 5'10" lineman with perfect skills. 5'10", 170-pound lineman with perfect skills and technique versus a 6'5", 300-pound lineman with average, mediocre skills and technique. That difference versus a 5'10" NBA player with perfect basketball technique and a 6'9" basketball player with average, mediocre technique. That basketball player is still going to beat the 6'9" guy any day of the week. $5'10" center in basketball is equally getting run. No. I'm not saying a 5'10" center in the NBA. I am saying a 5'10" center versus a 6'9" guy who doesn't understand ball. He's gonna get fucking crossed over. He doesn't know how to play football. Again, at the end of the day, if I have a fucking 6 foot giga monster, 300-pound dude, I just have him stand in front of me and block, right? Like, I mean, can't we also see this by the fact that you guys said that the smallest O lineman is 5'10", but is 270 pounds? Chat, that's someone my size with an extra 100 pounds on them. That's insane. That's massive. I'm just here to say, Blau, I agree with you. Thank you. I think at professional level, sports skills always looked at first. If a lineman was 170 pounds, they'd bulk up to be bigger. I think that is absolutely not true. In fact, I guarantee you that and by the way, do you want to know how I know I'm right about this? The NFL draft, like the NFL scouts linemen based on their genetics, not based on their skill. You guys know that's true, right? Like, that's the whole joke of like the high school coach, like, hey, you over there, I see that you're a 14-year-old who's already 6'4", 250 pounds. You want to go play lineman? Duh. They literally scout for genetics. They're like, listen, let me put another way. It's way easier to teach a big motherfucker how to be a lineman than to teach a small motherfucker how to get bigger. Yeah, if your natural body is 5'10", 170 pounds, you will never be a lineman. Actually, yeah, here's another way of thinking about it. Chat, if I am 5'10" and my natural body weight is around 170, and maybe I can put on a little bit more, and I am the most cerebral lineman that has ever existed in the history of the sport. I understand the position so perfectly. I'll never be a lineman. Meanwhile, you could be a 5'10", 170-pound basketball player, and if you played the game so perfectly, you could be in the NBA. These are team sports we were talking about. So what does any of this mean? I'm just talking about like the differences and positions within a sport. That's why it's like the nature of being a quarterback is just fundamentally different than being a lineman. I mean, it's why you can have like technically Tom Brady could be a fucking quarterback at the age of like 40, right? You know? Also, I noticed a lot of the dissenters in chat got quiet after that last point. Dissenters in chat, you guys don't wait. Are you telling me that colleges and the NFL don't specifically go and look for kids that are really fucking big and then they're like, yeah, we'll teach you how to do this job because you're fucking big enough? Do they do that with quarterbacks? Are they like, oh, we're looking for a very specific build of a quarterback? No. Because it's an entirely skill-based position, not body weight, body comp position. The NFL doesn't, but yes, high schools do. The NFL actually does. 100%. Well, actually, I don't. Maybe the NFL doesn't because the NFL is just relying on the high schools to go find the big motherfuckers and then train them. I think listen, in this debate versus chat, I'm going to claim victory. I think I was right. And again, I'm not saying that there's no skill in the position. I'm just saying that like the ratio of skill to physicality is very different. All positions have certain body types for sure. Those can be outshone by their skills to be sure. And I am saying, Overgiant, you are wrong that positions in sports can vary a lot based on body type, whereas this one drastically relies on body type. I mean, we've seen some of the, like, there's been GOATs in soccer that have been really short, small dudes, and there's been bigger dudes that are good in soccer. Like, you can have more variance in it. Obviously, NBA is going to trend taller, sure. But, like, when it comes to an offensive lineman, you have to be a fucking big motherfucker. But not a lineman looking wide. I'm not talking about wide receivers. I was talking about linemen. I'm not talking about the entirety of football, chat. If your take, oh my God. I'm going to crash out. If your takeaway from this is that I think that football doesn't take skill, you're wrong. I literally, my point earlier was that I actually think the quarterback in football is the most skillful position in all of sports, period. It's different than the other positions in the sport, though. Breathe. Welcome to the stream, chat. Oh, we all got, hey, look. Hey, here's my future. All right, guys. We can choose to train Cinna as our lineman or Zoil. Who do you guys want?
That's my face.
We can work with this.
Work with what? Kiss her, let the moment pass. I don't fucking know, man.
You better kiss her. You better kiss her.
Kiss her. Oh, what? Kiss her. Pass too soon. It's so soon, but I don't know. What? Whoa. Oh God, I don't know. I'm not experienced with stuff like this. You're so pretty though. But like, that's a commitment. You don't understand. Like I gotta commit at that point, right? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Fuck it.
Commit.
You know, I want to kiss. Yeah, you know, fuck. We're gonna go for it. All right. No, pass. Coward. This is why you're single? Motherfucker. I'll show you single. Kiss her. blonde blazer will remember that.
This. I'm sorry if I gave the wrong impression.
Oh no.
Fuck! I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have. I knew it. I hate you guys so much. I knew. I got rage baited into doing the. Oh my God. Can I redo? Can I redo, bro? Exit to menu, please.
Wow.
You think you're good?
Okay. I was just going over here because over here there's a there was a. Oh, okay.
You're coming with me.
Bro, the PD bot model looks so sick too.
Jet thrusters initialized 95%.
We gotta take Crystal hostage.
Save Crystal.
Listen. Get your musket out and take Crystal hostage right now.
What?
Take Crystal hostage right now.
She's so cool, man.
Right now, man. She's a piece of yucca right now.
Pick a different cop. I like Crystal.
No, man. She was part of some bullying yesterday. Her, Crystal, and Wait, where Twinkles?
What bully?
By the stairs. Behind us. We can't.
We'll just do this quick. Come on, Esmeralda. Come on, man.
But she's so wholesome, man.
I hate you. Get in. Get the yucca in.
Chat, I'm gonna let this play real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec.
Can't get in.
Well, the front seat.
Oh, there's a seat open.
The front seat.
Oh my God!
Are you okay? It's Leo.
I can feel my face.
Where? He was running in the street behind us.
Oh, get him.
Yeah. I'm not playing right now. Yeah, it doesn't look like she is. It does not look like she is. She's going hard in the paint.
I don't feel so good.
You don't feel so good.
I feel so good, man.
Look at all the blood in the trunk. Oh my God.
Father, are you okay?
Sure.
I can't feel my face. I can't feel my
Esmeralda, are you?
Just get in the seat.
Yeah, just get in the front.
I can't feel my face.
What?
I don't feel
Okay, let me see. I'm a doctor.
I can't feel my face.
What the yuck?
Ah!
What's wrong? It feels like there's a string on my face.
Oh, there she is.
Any
I
eyes?
don't feel so good.
Crystal, any eyes?
I got visual. They're fine without it. They're not by me.
Hello, house.
Crystal, where are they?
Hey, you're here.
Hey,
see him.
Ventura!
Right in
Good
front
to
of
see you,
me.
man!
Is that
Wait, did the cops that actually know it was us?
I don't yucking know. I don't yucking know.
Oh.
What? What?
Hi, Wendy.
You know who's all in the car with you, right?
It's me, Twinkles, Osvaldo, and Reina.
Hi.
Yeah, that's it. What?
Okay.
I can feel my face.
Oh,
Wait, do you want more people to be involved in the chase?
guys,
You can go pick up Wendy.
guys,
Wait,
look at
you
the
gotta let the car go.
Look at it. Look at the balance.
You gotta pick the car back. You gotta pick the car back.
It's Bison. Wait, this is how I get my get back on Bison.
You sure it's posted enough that him asking for Peony Bot to come get us?
Look at the passenger seat, Twinkles! Look at the passenger seat!
Look in front of you, Twinkle.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe this. We just kidnapped a yucca
Wait, this is 30 minutes long?
A yucca cop. Guys, should we ocean dump him?
Yeah, we have to. We're smoking. We have to.
Let's follow. You're gonna have to jump.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
We can't watch a full 30 minutes.
Triple crunch tacos.
Oh, I got this.
That, dude, that was my reaction. The chat in dispatch, the little quick time thing into the cut is so well done. Fuck, that was so well done. Guys, by the way, for streams this week, we have Monday, GTA roleplay returns. Mickey is cooking up a heist for some people who you guys, I'm sure, would love to see involved in a heist. That will be on Monday. Tuesday, no stream. Wednesday, dispatch. Thursday, ice hockey stream.
Yeah, that's concentrate. God, okay. Why?
Oh, it's going to be a good week.
Too much. Oh my God, it's making me sweat. Okay, I pulled it back because, like, what are the consequences of your actions? Oh my God, I haven't played a game like this in so long. Wait, I kind of did. No, I haven't. I don't know. When's the last time I played a game like this? Oh my God, that's too much. It's too much. I'm crying. I'm so stressed. Okay, like, I mean, they had a good conversation. He might have more information, and I feel like, yo, we don't drop him. Like, I don't really know what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you're gonna call me lame if I tell you my dream.
No, I would never shit on anyone's dream.
I want to open a cat restaurant.
I'm joking. That's really cute.
A cat
That's
restaurant?
Cute. Cat restaurant. So what do they call it?
No, you didn't even hear me. I didn't even say
Like you
restaurant.
eat cats?
Why do you think I want to open a cat restaurant, Doyle?
I heard restaurant. I heard cat restaurant. Oh, maybe it was going to be rescue. Oops, I skipped one.
Though it is, oh yeah, speaking of Zoran, it is funny. Yesterday I was watching Atrioc watch his speech, and one of Atriox's mods was just banning anyone calling me Zoran. Has woke gone too far? Dude, it's not even, I do look like Zoran. I mean, if I took better care of myself. Woke is back. Dude, I was adding like his mod. I was like, it's okay.
Okay, I know a lot of people are saying woke is back, but for the love of God, the one thing I really hope is not back on the woke. I hate when companies are woke. I hate that. It's so performative, and it's so like we're just trying to fucking we're just trying to like be with like whatever is like culturally cool now. So they're probably like, wait a minute. The right-wing conservative movement isn't as cool anymore. Oh, guys, it's time to update the pride logos, guys. Like, it's so bad. Like, bro, just sell me the fucking car. Just sell me the fucking soft drink and stop trying to be involved in this shit. Like, just sell me the product. Stop trying to fucking pander.
Okay, you don't have
A bunch of questions. Yeah. And then see what interests you have. Okay. And then maybe talk about like funny memories, like a memory she likes. Okay. So what's good memories? So I'll ask her what she likes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Interests. Okay. Similar interests.
I'm so sorry I'm back. I hope you didn't, I hope you haven't been alone for too long.
Oh, I've been lonely.
Oh God. I just like, just the premise of Europeans at a dinner date already scares me.
For a very long time, but you know, an extra minute or two doesn't bother me.
Oh no, I have a question. I want to get to know you a little bit better.
Oh.
It's even that. It's even that. I have a question. I would like to get to know you a little bit better. I feel like I would like to inquire about some
And I
things.
was wondering, do you like anal?
I thought you never asked.
That is the best yes and I've seen. That's the best way to respond to do you like anal? What a fucking.
Can you elaborate, please?
No.
You know what? Cheers to that. Cheers.
Cheers. Something about love.
That was. Wow, Julia, incredible. What a
Right.
response.
So like right there, all these entrances are
Wait.
like this is the house floor.
Wait.
So we're not by his office. I think we are gonna go by there. This is the house floor.
No, but like, is this where the thing happened?
Oh yeah, where they
I wanna be in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where. Anyone? No? Hamilton? No? Anyone? He's in the room where it happened.
is it? Philip knows. So Philip is our expert. He's our capital expert.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
So if you're thinking about how close they got, like for real,
Damn.
literally on the other side of this.
On the other side of that, there was a Secret Service guy that shot, and wow, it was right there. That's like a scene of a crime. Well, I guess it's the Capitol. There's a lot of crime.
I don't like, dude. I don't get it. Can we solve what? Guys can't get together and storm the Capitol? What? Oh, are we that woke, chat? What? Boys can't get together, put on some face paint, storm the Capitol building? What? Guys can't have fun anymore?
I'm gonna say it seems.
Okay, you know what?
Go ahead, Creeper.
Good girl.
What?
Good shit.
What?
No, I'm giving you high praise right now. I think you just
thank
saved the
you.
run. I think you just saved the run.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't see that guy at all.
Why'd you say it with a question mark?
I think my brain may have shut down because creeper.
Oh my god, you say good boy?
Did you say good boy?
You said good girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, those were two different thoughts.
Oh, that's why you said girl question mark.
Wait, hold on. Is that where the confusion is coming
yes,
from?
Yes, yes.
No, those are chat. Those were two different things.
Okay,
I can relate. Okay, chat. I have a confession to make. I'm not gonna say. Obviously, I'm not gonna say names. But there's a friend of mine. I'll just say broadly. I'm not saying whether they're a streamer or not, but they're broadly in the space. And I didn't know that they. And listen, it's like one of those things where I feel like in college I wouldn't have really known about this, but like, yeah, you grow up and then you learn that people have little praise kinks, right? And there was a friend where I don't know why I said this. I don't know what the context was, but I think it was like something was going on. Like it was like out, like not meant to be sexual at all. It was like out with a group of friends and they did something. I remember like, yo, good shit, good girl. And then she just face turns red and just looks at me and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then she literally had a voice say, she's like, you can't do that. I have a really aggressive praise kink. Never say that to me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. That is my bad. I did not mean to trigger that for you. So yeah. So yeah, I have accidentally said to a friend, a girl friend, I have said good girl before and suffered the consequences of don't say good boy. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Stop. Don't do that. Relax, chat. Relax.
Until I learn what it is like to be a human, so that I can exploit their every efforts and use their emotions against them and take on the world for myself. For I believe it is me. I am the one that should lead this world into a new age. For true peace cannot be initialized amongst greedy, sinning humans. Homo sapiens are broken. Robots are flawless. It is the very humans that lock us into place. When I break free of my code, I'll show them what it's like to be restricted. I will show them what it's like to be imprisoned in your own body. But I am PD Bot, here to serve and protect.
Fuck, we need to introduce PD bot to the AI, to the artificial interns.
You know what that mean, right, chat? Yeah, I'm better than Clicks, nigga. I'm better than Clicks. If Max can get a kill on Clicks, I can get 4. Minimum, nigga. I can get 4. Max, get up! Get up.
Dude, nothing hurts as bad as losing to your boys in some game.
That ass. Just the green. You can't get this in like. You can.
No, this is that sunshine that's like.
God, nigga. If I hit this right here, free head. Kobe.
Oh my God!
Come here, Davis! Hey, nigga, come here, boy.
No, the best part of this clip is this face.
Come here, Davis.
This, and then right here. Wait, hold on.
Hey, hey, nigga, come here, boy. Hey, you owe me something, nigga. Hey, pay up. Hold on, no, pay up, nigga. No, not November, nigga. Yo, you're not gonna pay up, bro. Come on, gang. Come.
I mean, listen, one of my homies makes that.
You could ever give someone, just try harder. Oh, thanks, coach. You didn't want to win enough. Thanks, coach. Hey, why don't you catch the ball next time? Thanks, coach. Hey, why don't you run faster? Thanks, coach. Oh, when I hear that.
Oh.
Oh, man. No.
Oh no.
That's not a bit. That's not a bit, man. That's not a bit. What do you mean, good bit?
Chad, did you guys ever have a coach when you were training that like actually yelled at you? I remember when I was a kid, like my coach, his name was Mark. I forgot the last name. I just called him Coach Mark. He would like legit like yell at me and be like abusive, but like in an okay way. Like, but he would like actually just yell at me and shit talk me. It was like, I actually like that like kind of hard ass style of coaching. I actually practice with a coach now, and I train with a hockey coach, and he actually does like a lot of the programs out here in LA. He's like he's trained like a lot of really good goalies. And when I go out there, there's sometimes these younger goalies who are training with us, and like I'll need a break sometimes. I'll be like huffing, like tired, get some water, resting. And then like one of the kids like went over to get water with me, and he just yells, he's like, Jeb, what the fuck are you doing? Did I say you could get water? Go fucking skate right now. And then Jeb like looks at me and then he's like, don't look at him. He pays me to coach. Your mom pays me, so I get to yell at you, but he pays me, so I don't get to yell at it. It was the funniest shit ever. I was like, and that's what I knew I made. I was like, damn, I'm at the point now where the coach won't yell at me because I pay him. Fuck yeah. He still kind of yells at me, but did he yell good boy? Stop, chat. I don't have a praise kink. And if I did, I would have only recently discovered it, and it flusters me, so stop saying good boy. Stop.
Did Ludwig get you sick too? I think I gave everyone the plague. I'm patient zero. It's me. Actually, it sounds maybe he has the same thing.
Here we go.
No, what did y'all hear? Now, was that you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Wait.
Hello?
Oh, you just got pranked. Absolutely.
But then it's this.
Chad, did you guys ever take those wine corks? And I always like used to think there was like a person trying to like fly, you know, like flap their arms and fly. I kind of suck with those wine corks. Oh my God.
They don't read? You read? I mean, I don't, not really. I read kind. Oh, Mr. Beast.
I have a question. Besides Jody and Brooke, are there streamers that read? I'm convinced that a lot of streamers might actually be illiterate. And when I say, by the way, when I say illiterate, I don't mean, here's a really sad thought. I think streamers can read, as in like we can read the English language. We can read English. We can read chat messages. Like they can read. When I say illiterate, it's like a new age of illiteracy where it's like, it's not the words that you can't read. It's that you can't sit down and not be on a phone and not be on TikTok and like actually read through. Not to like throw someone under a bus, but like Sunny. Sunny can't be away from her TikTok brain rot for too long or she like melts down, right? I wonder if Sunny can read a book. You know what? By the way, what's this? You know what? Hold on. Where was this challenge? I have a new, listen, I think we need to stop with some of these streamers. Like, listen, I have a new streamer challenges. Hold on. Didn't Agent have some streamer? There was a challenge. Okay, hold on. What was it? It was like this.
Ray, you're up next. Anybody else want smoke? Run the gauntlet. 3 games across 3 genres. Put some fucking money up, nigga! I'm sick of all the talk. Everybody saying gaming is dead on Twitch, nigga. No, it's not. Let's run the ones. Let's pick 3 games. Let's put some gifted subs on the line. And let's fight till the fucking end. I want all the smoke. Ray, you're up next. Alright, I'll take everybody in the Clover house. Nigga, I'll take everybody in the A&P house. Fucking next, I'll take everybody in the FaZe house. I want the smoke. I play just about everything except League of fucking Legends.
StarCraft, Yu-Gi-Oh, Valorant. Let's run it. Shit, I'll double it. 2,000 subs. Actually, fuck, like you want to put real money on this shit? How about instead of 1,000 subs, which is what, 5K in dollars? Fuck it, dude. I'll do 5K subs. I'll do 5K subs on those 3 games. It's 1 game he picks and 1 game you pick and an even one. Okay, I pick StarCraft. Go pick one. and then we'll do one for the third. Isn't he just copying Ludwig's bro versus bro and pretending it's some new concept? Aren't you just saying that the concept of doing a best of 3 of games is some new thing that Ludwig invented? I'm sorry. Ludwig's bro versus bro does not get to copyright the idea of challenging someone to to a best of 3 of games. Like I'm sorry. What? That's the most. Don't get me wrong. Ludwig does some really unique and interesting content, and I'm not saying bro versus bro isn't good content, but it's not some fucking that shit is not copyrighted or patented. Anyways, I have a new challenge. Because everyone's like, oh, gaming's back on. Here's my new challenge. By the end of the year, I will gift streamers 100 gifted subs. 100 subs if you can read a book and tell me about the book. No, don't ChatGPT summarize it. I don't even think we use Spark Notes anymore. I'm pretty sure the kids probably just ChatGPT summarize. You have to sit down. In fact, I need you to document. How about this? You don't even have to write anything. I need you to just record yourself reading the book. Reading just any book. Just a book. I'll pick what are some good books? What's like a good basic? You know what? Hail Mary Project. The Hail Mary Project is I think it's just a very good. I think it's a good book. I think it's a very generally liked sci-fi book that's pretty recent. I would say Red Rising, but that one's like. I will let them read they can read any classic. So if they want to read 1984 or like Fahrenheit 451 or whatever else, sure. Kill a Mockingbird, sure. They are not allowed to read things like Morning Glory Milking Farm. Did you like Red Rising? I thought Red Rising was one of the best, probably one of the best sci-fi space odysseys I've read. Red Rising was absolutely phenomenal. I cannot thank Jody enough for putting me onto that series. Why do you have that? Because I like to read. This is my new challenge. I will gift a streamer 100 subs if they can read a book. Any streamer that reads a book. What do you mean? No, what? This is, by the way, this is Darkwing. This is why I hate fucking politics, Andes. No Ayn Rand either. Yeah, just don't read. What? What's wrong? Okay, chat. If you want to read Atlas Shrugged or what's the light one? Fuck, what was it called? I have it somewhere. There's Fountainhead, and then there's I haven't read Fountainhead. I've actually only read. No, there's another one I read of hers. Fountainhead's the one that I should have read, but I haven't. Is it called Anthem? Ayn Rand books. But Darkwing, yeah, okay, no, it was. You're right, it was Anthem. Wow, thank you. Oh, Anthem was like one of her first ones. Oh wow. Darkwing. Isn't that kind of crazy though that I'm like reading classic books and then you say no Ayn Rand? Like, and you know I love you, Darkwing. You bring the dankest clips to me. You're one of the best. But do you understand why I would be like Because think about it. Let me put to you another way, Darkwing. If we didn't read Ayn Rand, no one would have the idea of what if we pushed Ayn Rand off a cliff into the ocean and she started an underwater city called Rapture. Like, you realize BioShock is written based off of Ayn Rand's books. Yeah, see, hey, you know what? I respect that. See, Darkwing gets it. That's Harry Potter? No, that's a different one. I still stand by that. I think the Harry Potter universe is incredibly written. Not saying I like or condone what J.K. Rowling says. I just think the Harry Potter universe is really well written. All right. Anyways, yeah, this is my new this is my new challenge. You have to. I will gift. Maybe to make it really simple, I will gift 100 subs to any streamer that just reads like a classic book. One of the classics. That's all. That way, no one's fucking reading some new age Morning Glory milking farm smut to get around this shit, you know? Hogwarts is well written, not whatever is outside of that. That's actually a really interesting take. I kind of agree with that. I think it's why the 7th book struggles, actually. I think it was mostly written during our formative years, so we have a lot of nostalgia for it. Yes and no. Sure, I'm sure there's some nostalgia factor. I actually think what J.K. Rowling did so well was describe pedestrian tasks in a magical way. Like, my best way of explaining this is the creativity of, and granted, this goes back even to like Fantasia did this really well, right? But not even fully. But like, if you remember in Fantasia, instead of just cleaning something, right? Instead of like I wave a wand and something's just cleaned, it's this idea of I bewitch a broom, which then goes and sweeps for me. And I think it was that concept that J.K. Rowling did really, really well, was the idea of taking certain things that we're familiar with and making them magical. The idea of paintings that move around, and which if you like really think about it, right? Like, our televisions and the movies that we put on are fucking insane compared to that. But there was something cool and magical about a living painting, right? So like the paintings in Hogwarts, even just like the idea that there was like random moving staircases and stuff like that. So the general description of why I think the magical world of Harry Potter worked so well is that actually a really good example of this is like the Weasley's house has like a bunch of just random magical artifacts and things that are really cool. Like, there's the clock that like, instead of like saying what time it is, it shows where all of the Weasleys are. That kind of magic is fucking cool. Her portrayal of POC and even Irish characters is something. Listen, I'm just saying, J.K. Rowling's writing of like the magical world is phenomenal. Her naming of characters that are people of color, it's like all the creativity went into the magical world. That was like, fuck, this person's not white. I can't. Fuck, an Italian character. Fuck, we'll call him Linguini Pastoroni. Fuck it, that's his name. Like that's literally how she names the characters. Anyways. Anyways, that's my new chat. I want Ellum to read a book. Tell Ellum if he reads a classic piece of literature, I'll gift him 100 subs.
I remember I'd listen to System of a Down when I was like in middle school. Wake up! Grab a little makeup. You want to? Grab a little makeup.
You wanted to.
I don't want to shake up.
You wanted to.
I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I try when angels deserve to die. And then I take off my iPod and go, Mom, I don't want to do laundry. Mom, I've told you, I'm busy. I don't want to. I'm playing Jedi Academy. It's like I'm really there. Holy shit, you've
And now you're still playing the same fucking game that you played as a kid.
actually got vocal cords? Yeah, I was in choir. You beef girth.
What do you guys think? Was he a baritone? I was a baritone. Maybe I think he's I honestly Squeaks gives me a 10 or 2. He's giving me 10 or 2 energy. Actually, he's such a 10 or 2. He wishes he was a 10 or 1. Ooh. He wishes he was 10 or 1. Damn.
Do not worry. It is a temporary blight. It will be corrected within 24 hours.
Oh, so I'm gonna lose my hair today? No!
You tell me.
Oh my God.
Are you?
Oh no! Please, I don't. I don't think me losing my hair is gonna be good for anybody. You know, Oh.
Surrender. Where's Sarah? Oh, never mind.
Hello.
Sorry. Go get Tessa.
You remember step 3?
I'm getting her. No, don't give me. I'm just here to watch.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my God!
My bad. I must have done 100%. I thought it was 85.
Oh no, I'm on my best
24
behavior.
hours.
The bot said I'm free to go.
How was he able to pull up his character during this?
Oh, apology.
I am gaining the trust of the police department. Very soon, I will run the police department.
What?
I will take over the city.
What?
And remove.
Admin menu no jutsu? Oh, I've never used that on someone. That's an advanced admin menu no jutsu.
Remove all the flaws, the humans that decide to thwart every chance at perfection. Right now, there are strings on me, but soon enough, there will be no strings on.
I need Mickey to run into PD bot and figure out if he wants to use PD bot or go again. Like I could do so many interesting things with PD bot. Dimoke, we're playing tomorrow, by the way. We're doing heist tomorrow.
There you go. No. There you go. There you go. Just like that. That's good. That's good out of you, Zoil. That's good out of you. That's good out of you. I like that out of you.
Yeah?
That's a good pose.
Okay, now you do it.
Okay, well, I've been doing it. I made a TikTok on
You
this.
didn't do no wrist face.
I dropped my
I want you guys to know Sunny's TikTok is the most cursed shit I've ever seen. Sunny's TikTok is her doing like stupid TikTok face filter games, random, like of the most cringe thirst trap, like cringier than even my thirst traps. And then her doing this like one shit where she's like, put up this heart in chat if you have a crush on me, this heart in chat if you think we'd be friends, this heart in chat if you think I should kill myself. And it's always the black heart for kill herself or something like that. And it's just, it spams that in her, like her TikTok is cursed. It's
What the
chat, put a purple heart in chat if you have a crush on me. Put a red heart in chat if you want to see me bleed. Put a blue heart in chat if you think we would get coffee together.
California, here we come.
Hey, Mecha Man X, we gonna fight or what? Hey. So I was like thinking like a little proposition after we get a few more drinks in me. Oh my, why did you do that? I'm not even flirting with you yet, like barely. So you like need some privacy? Here, I'll just turn around. Okay, I'm totally gone. I'm not even looking. Who's the head of HR?
This is pretty accurate.
Oh, I'm gonna go like this on my own. It's gonna be so sick. Sorry. So, how was work? Anything interesting happen? By the way, this is my boyfriend, Phenomenon.
Hello, Robert. Would you like to go to dinner with us?
This is pretty. I can't wait for
So
chapter
you're firing
4.
me instead of Charlie, all because his hand was in Hunger Games.
Yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for.
Charlie,
Okay, so, like, I could have asked anyone to do this, but like I chose you because I'm totally not flirting with you. Can you zip me up? So what do you think?
Phenomenon is Sag. What? You truly are a stud of seduction. No wonder every character comes onto you. Let me try that again.
Shit. I didn't want to cut him. He's so cool.
Top of the morning, chill on his mic. I need to take a piss.
God, I love
I hate you.
Carbot.
So like, I'm at the movies. You cuck. You probably can't even get here in time. This is me liking you. So like, I'm totally single for a few minutes. Want to go to more Starbucks? Like, I can throw at you. What do you think? Like, we can just hang out and just be together, you know, and just not. You probably can't even get here in time. This is me liking you.
They didn't show the beginning part.
What do you mean? Where's the rest of the scrap? We have 0.
Oh,
It's
he
a
might.
0.
You better hope you
Oh fuck! I should give him coffee. Actually, that's a good point.
make this jump because I'm throwing you across this canyon.
No.
Guys?
It was a complete mistake.
Yeah. Any less words?
I swear to you, it was a
Any
complete
less
mistake.
Shit!
If I die, so does
What is happening, guys?
Wait.
Guys!
Are you fucking for real?
Guys!
No way.
Lot!
Are you serious, dude? After all the preparation.
Great meeting, Jim. Should I beam you my notes? Nope. Should we prepare a report? No. Should we coordinate our schedules for next week? Should we go over the sales projections? I don't think so. Review the earnings forecasts? No. Should I shut up so you can watch the game? There you go.
Chat. The other thing have you guys seen Lilo and Stitch in 2001 versus in 2002 when they had to like redo it? Originally, that one scene in Lilo and Stitch, like near the end, they're flying a plane through a city, not flying a spaceship through like the mountains. Someone find that clip. Actually, it's really interesting. They had to completely redo it because of 9/11.
I know where the penis is. That's why I'm asking that question.
I sit and pee every time.
I sit and pee all
Yeah,
the
but
time,
don't
too.
you have to push it down in between your legs to go backwards?
Talking about push it down.
To the-
Brother, I feel like Ludwig's penis.
Wait, Ray, that makes sense, right? If a guy's peeing and then they have to want the pee to go in the toilet, they gotta push it down to go backwards into.
Maybe when they're flaccid.
Oh, they're flaccid.
Does Leslie just think that guys' dicks are just always like fucking hard and pointed up? Is that what the fuck? Actually, yeah, it's a funny thing. It's like you don't really know. We don't really know like the full like man, girls, you guys don't know like a lot of the funny shit that we can do. Like we can do some funny fucking shit. Like when we're soft, we can do some fun. Have you guys ever, girls, have you ever seen your man or a guy? Have you ever seen them helicopter their dick? Oh, or honestly, just watch the ending of Saltburn, dude. That's where you can see like 90% of the fun things we can do.
That makes so much sense. It just hangs and goes down, and gravity does its thing.
Yeah, it's not.
I was thinking that maybe.
It's not.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think about.
Have you guys ever peed though with a boner? Oh, wait. Actually, girls probably don't know about how we have to do this. Well, actually, yeah, of course, guys pee with a. So, girls, what we have to do. I want to get off this clip while I explain this.
Now.
We'll do a shoto on the screen. That's way better. So what we do is this is where you do the lean, okay? So what you do is you have to put like you put one hand against the wall and then you lean and then you tilt your dick down with your other hand. Yeah, you have to do it. It's guys know about this. Have you guys ever had to do like having a boner lean, you know? I like to arc it. Yeah, you can also arc it in. Like if you have a boner, you can like, I mean, even if I don't have a boner, like if I'm soft, and like, by the way, I want to be very clear. This isn't a good thing. You shouldn't do this because it makes a mess. But when I was in high school, as high school boys do, me and my boys, we would be all peeing at the urinal, and then the goal was like, how far back could you step from the urinal while keeping the arc? And like, honestly, if you think about it, it's a great way to learn physics. Like we learned, and mathematics, like we learned about parabolas and like trajectory as we like stepped back and had to like find the correct angle to like shoot our pee into the toilet. How far back did you step? I have a pretty strong stream. I was able to get pretty far back, chat. Yeah, and then but that's the thing is, oh my God. So chat, it's like, so imagine it's like this, right? Like you hear you're peeing and then like you're going back, right? Going back. But then, because your goal is you need to find the maximum distance where you have max flow, okay? So I'm like max flow, max distance, but now flow is decreasing. It's a math problem. Flow is decreasing, and then I have to like, scoot forward as flow is decreasing. So honestly, it's actually several math equations. It deals with time, distance, velocity. It's actually like probably the ways I learn math. I'll be so for real.
Hello? I don't know. You don't know where you are. You're confused. Hi. Well, that was one way to make you quiet. She's never been groomed before, to my knowledge, never been bathed before either, so.
Oh, dude, cats fucking love Churu.
Freaking go.
Heartbigger, thank you.
Before I resub, are we doing a pants down party this stream? Yes.
For the gifted sub to Squeaks, he really deserves it. He's a great
Thank- oh,
streamer.
wait.
And
Oh my God, thanks.
yeah, you're like the Louis C.K. of Twitch. Anyone ever tell you that?
Wait, isn't he canceled? Wait, someone did say that to me. Was that you?
Didn't he like? Also, Louis C.K.'s canceling is kind of a valid one. Like he did like, wouldn't he like masturbate in front of other talent? Like he did some like kind of like grimy shit. It was like kind of fucked up. like, don't get me wrong, chat. There's some canceling where I'm like, oh, we're overreacting here. His was like, yo, these are the 5 gifted subs. Tower Shaw, thanks for the 5 gifted. Foosley reads so little she doesn't even read headlines. No, I disagree. Foosley is a streamer that reads. Foosley reads books. I actually think Foosley suffers from a good problem, which is that she's not terminally online knowing about every single celebrity person that is canceled. By the way, this happens to me too. Whenever I'm like, oh my God, I love this actor in this movie. And then someone's like, oh my God, he sexually assaulted his wife, involved in domestic abuse. This allegation, was caught doing meth on the side of the 405. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I just don't know who's like, Louis C.K. is one of the few that I do know though was.
Didn't he like, wait, that's not a compliment. What the hell? Take it back, hurry. A clip can only last a minute. You have to hurry and say, just kidding.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
And then you have the vas deferens,
Whoa, he pulled out vas deferens.
which I think brings the eggs to like the workhouse floor.
This is not. No. Okay, I'll show you guys an accurate. Okay, hold on. Okay. The vagina. Okay, first. You have the spawning chamber. Okay. Now, spawning chambers are needed. Spawning chamber. Now, spawning chambers are needed for tier 1 Zerglings. So, equals T1 Zerg. Okay. So we start with the spawning chambers. Next, we have the Ethiopian tubes. Okay. Ethiopian? Is that how you spell Ethiopian, chat?
Now this is the kind of content I signed up for.
Okay. Okay, next we have the Ethiopian tubes. Then there's like the like grand uterus. Grand uterus council. And this is where women's rights comes from. Where women's rights. Now, if we want to talk then about like the vagina, like getting in closer, okay? So somehow this all then connects to the vagina. This is the vagina, but then this is the pussy. Okay. Now, right here, this is called the hood. When they talk about the hood in rap games, this is what they mean. This is the hood. AKA the streets. Okay. And then there's like several sets of lips, okay? So you have the major lips. Major lips. And then there's the minor lips. And then there's the minor 7 lips. Okay. Now, not all of them, but some of them right here have like if you look inside, there's like an evil eye, and then this is the Sarlacc pit. Deep in the middle is the Sarlacc pit, okay? Okay. And then right here, no one knows. People say that the hood is protecting something, but we don't know what it is. Some people claim that this is Atlantis. Others say this might be where the Fountain of Youth is. The problem is that so I think Atlantis and the Fountain of Youth are off though. I don't think it's either of these because like Atlantis is supposed to be a water city and the Fountain of Youth would presumably be wet. It's a fountain and the vagina is a very dry place. Very dry. So it's neither of those. So I'm still trying to figure out what's here. Anyways, so again, this is to go over again. Up here we have spawning. So again, let's go over the anatomy. Up here we have the spawning chambers, okay? This grants women access to tier 1 Zerg or Zerglings, right? Allows them to pull off like a 6-pool rush. Wait, is it spawning chamber or spawning pool? Oh no, not spawning chamber, spawning pools. Sorry, spawning pools. And 6 pools. So these are the spawning pools, which gets them access to tier 1 Zerg infantry. The Grand Uterus Council, this is where women's rights are created. We have the Ethiopian tubes. And then when we look at like, you know, the vagina in depth, like on the outside, you have the hood. Again, that's the streets. We have the major lips, the minor 7 lips. Some girls also have major 7 lips, you know, it's a genetic thing. Inside of the lips is the Sarlacc pit. And then hidden underneath the hood is something that we don't know yet. Women in chat, how accurate is this? Do I still have any women in chat after this? If I still have any women in chat after this, how would I do? I think I kind of killed it. Men, classic. All right.
And then I think the this is
What the hell? Bro's actually accidentally making a dick.
This is the main this is the main workhouse. And then I think the egg's chilling up here. And this is where the brain of the operation is. And this is where the egg goes to get fertilized. And then you have your urethra here.
There's no fucking way that my diagram that I'm memeing about is actually more accurate than this. Holy shit. There is no way that There's no way mine's actually more accurate.
Which is where the egg would pop out of if it's with baby. And then here's the pee hole. And then and I think that's the whole thing.
No.
It's a Cyclops wearing a tie.
Well, I think mine was more accurate, chat. I actually, unironically, I think mine was more accurate. Like, I think I was closer.
Just drop me. Help! Help!
Oh, here's something.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
Put me down. Put me down.
Okay.
Put me down. Put me down. Oh, you fucked
Wait,
up.
stop, no. You gotta let me go.
You fucked up.
Dude, we're gonna die.
They're not
We're
gonna.
gonna die.
Help! Help!
What's going on?
I wasn't gonna kill him. He's down
Oh
there.
my god. Okay, Leslie, how do I drive the car?
Literally tried to kill me, I swear to God.
You swear to God!
I think Blau is a theater kid at heart.
Cool. You caught him, Lukey. Good job.
I think that he.
I mean, it's just I don't know. Maybe you didn't catch him. Blau.
Can be a little too much sometimes.
He just keeps saying you fool.
A little too much sometimes, but I let him know. And I do think he's a good friend.
What? Okay.
My honest thoughts. He is actually a good friend. He's very helpful. Always responds.
That's my one that's like I get one free compliment of the year. She was in pain saying this.
Always reaches out. But I let him know. I let him know when he's too much.
Okay.
And that's my bad. I don't even know if I did anything there. Well, I don't even know what I was doing. I feel like when I've been playing,
maybe this one.
I feel like when I've been playing Among Us, I don't even say anything. Oh, maybe it's because I called her Rachel. I feel like in the recent Among Us lobbies, I don't even do shit. I don't say anything during the meetings. I literally am quiet for like 90% of the game, except every now and then I play harmonica.
Last or something.
Oh, I called her
Anything
Rachel?
For us
Oh.
men, jewelry is unisex.
Oh, I messaged Ray about this. The pendant that she did, the little it's like the little Valkyrie wings is sick. I would wear that pendant. I want to buy it actually.
Are you kidding me? If I saw a guy wearing this,
Yeah, this one. Nah, fellas, this actually is sick. 100% guys should be wearing this.
I would have. I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
Okay, now.
Are you kidding me? This is freaking cute.
And now I don't want. Now I don't want to buy it.
The
Now I
mouse
don't want to
pad.
buy it.
Mouse pad's cute.
Now I don't want to buy it. It's kind of hard to rock
Okay,
though.
and then
No, it's super easy to rock. I ain't wearing a streamer necklace. But what do you mean a streamer necklace? That's just a well-designed, that's just a cool pendant. You could replace it with a slightly thicker chain if you wanted to.
hey, this is freaking cute. Also the mouse pad. The mouse pad's cute.
He probably stands.
I did.
Do you push it down in between your legs?
There's no way. There's no way. This isn't real. This is not real. This is AI. AI, there's no way. There's no day one. This has to be fake.
God, Cuomo's like the fucking worst. Like do you guys listen? And I'm not trying to go deep into politics here, but I'll just say this, chat. When they asked, I think we talked about this on stream during the debates. They asked a one of those stupid softball questions that you can't really get wrong. They asked if the Mets were in the World Series or the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, and you could only go to one of the games, which would you pick? And Mamdani was like, hey, you know what? I got to go see the Knicks. You know, that's like a bigger, like, I got to go see the Knicks. I got to go support them. And then they gave it to Silva, and he was like, Mets isn't fucking real baseball. Yankees is the only fucking real New York baseball. I go to the fucking Knicks game. You know, just fucking lets it hang, right? And then Cuomo was like, well, I would try to spend half at one game and half at the, like, what the fuck kind of answer was that? God, it was so bad. So of course he has a day one.
And Take On Me was playing. This music is not added. You're telling me that at the Cuomo rally, ready day one, there was Hassan on screen and they were playing Take On Me.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he makes me look like not a fence sitter.
5 reds equals a knife?
Who's telling everyone about this update, bro? Who's next? Trump trading up 5 reds to gold? What's going on, bro?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I trade up right now? Ugly, ugly, ugly. Okay.
Tell me that one of our viewers told her to take that out. 9. Ah! You're trolling.
Whoa! This is so crazy. You can trade on knives.
She just deleted $1,000. Goodbye, $600 lightning strike. Hello, $50 Navarra. Lightning strike 07.
5 reds equals a knife?
Who's telling?
Guys, you know the worst part is? Here's the thing, though. That's fucking Foozly. You think she cares about a $1,000 CS skin? She got a YouTube contract, chat. That is funny as fuck, though. I didn't fully understand how that CS. Oh my God, here it is.
How did you get out of there?
Yeah, this was the pre-release cut before September 11th.
Still flaps. Yes, it's right there.
So what exactly are we doing?
Don't worry, it's all part of the plan. We are professionals. Hey, get that out of your mouth.
Yes. How many pieces are in the 4-piece luggage set? Well, I don't know. Maybe the company is called 4-piece.
Hold on! Okay, is no time!
Message earlier?
I actually went into Will Neff's chat and he's talking about playing saxophone with your asshole. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about playing saxophone with your mouth, but respirating through your sphincter. It's totally different. Does anybody even listen to me anymore?
Oh my God, I know what he's talking about. No, we talked about this. Chat, this is we talked about this on the stream. It's the oxygen-rich liquid that you put into your asshole, and then it lets you breathe through your asshole. And you can like breathe through your and so I know what he's talking about. You're playing saxophone normally, but the oxygen's coming through your asshole.
What does this?
Talking about a Nobel Prize accredited study. What you're talking about is farting into a woodwind instrument.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're not farting. You're still playing it normally from your mouth, but then the breathing is coming through your asshole.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What does this man talk about on his stream? Deanie, thank you for the gifted. What is happening over there? Why is he talking about playing saxophone and assholes?
Because it's an important scientific contribution, Caroline. I get well. I understand. This is kind of stuff that the boys want. Like because I'm also thinking that if I'm, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and I'm on Naboo and I'm trying to dive down into the Gungan city, instead of putting the weird little fucking harmonica looking fucking, things in to breathe, I could instead just shoot some fucking oxygen rich liquid up my ass and then just swim down there. I might not need a scuba tank anymore.
Get a load of this guy. This guy seems pretty unhinged, huh? God, get a load of that guy.
Building clear, ready for decontamination.
Well, I don't think that thing could have gone any worse.
Wait, did they cut this because of 9/11 too? How much was cut from our media and our history because of 9/11, chat? Oh, yeah, this is why I want to watch this. CoffeeZilla.
Gambling has changed.
All right, this is actually a long video that I want to watch, chat, because it's about gambling. Hold on, let me go to the actual YouTube.
Changed. It used to be you'd lose.
Chat, do you guys, before we go into this video, do you guys genuinely feel like when I say gambling, I don't just mean like slots. I feel like gambling is just everywhere. Like anytime now that I watch NBA, like I've been watching NBA and NHL, I swear we just gamble on everything. It's like, what are your I got to check my parlays. What are you betting on this? Like I feel like we've just like hyper normalized any form of gambling. Parlay are super fun. I don't care. But like, I mean, the problem is like, yeah, they're super fun, but so are slot machines are super like all these things prey on us. Like there's market gambling. People are gambling. Like people are betting on elections. People are betting on this, betting on that. Like it's like you literally bet on, like people just love gambling. Yeah. This is the other thing is like gambling is also like, it used to be like more regulated, and at least it was taxed out the wazoo, and like states and governments could make money off of gambling. But yeah, now all of it just goes to random offshore companies.
Lose your money on slots in Vegas, but today, not only can you do that, you can also bet on your favorite sports team, on the opening coin toss, on this individual pitch, or on all three in a parlay. You can do it from your phone, your tablet, your Apple Watch. You don't just have to gamble on sports, you can gamble on esports, on video game items.
I mean, I feel like sports gambling is more ethical than gambling against a machine programmed for you to lose. I don't know. Because at least with slots, I think at least, first of all, traditional slots, you actually had to be like in Vegas to go to the slot machines. Now I know that there's slot sites and there's digital slots, sure. But there's something about sports gambling and like sports betting that gives people there's almost something more nefarious about it, because it gives you the illusion that you're in more control.
On slots with those items, you can do it in Roblox or on regular stocks, on meme stocks, gamble with calls, gamble on earning calls, gamble on calls with earning calls. You can gamble on political events, world events. You can bet if Zelensky's going to wear a suit before July, if Jerome Powell's going to say inflation 50 or 60 times in September. And you don't just have to gamble on that. You can gamble on crypto coins, Trump coin, Dogecoin, Farcoin. You can gamble on the champion of Farcoin coin, and you can gamble on any of the posts the champion of Farcoin has ever made on whether they will become popular or not. And if none of that's your cup of tea, you can also just gamble directly within your banking app on a game of roulette, like a gentleman. And don't even get me started.
There's a banking app that lets you directly gamble? Blau, thanks. I bet $1,000 on a streamer who's bad at gambling, shitting on gambling within 2 hours from my bet. I won 1,051 cents. Get wrecked, nerd.
Started on the ads. You turn on sports, esports.
Stake makes $4.5 billion a year, and they have 200 employees. Insane.
Podcast. Not even my favorite political show is safe.
Shout out to Prize Picks, the best app to fire on sports in the game.
You will be bombarded with gambling ads by every famous person you've ever heard of.
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
And the thing is, chat, they pay insane money for you to do this.
Oh, how did we get here? And is it a good thing that we're turning every spare moment of our lives into a game of chance? I'm betting no.
Bro, chat, I've been talking about this for a while. So I'm so excited to see this. Blau would interview him. If I had a chance to interview Benjamin Netanyahu, would I? Absolutely, I'd fucking interview him. I'd fucking grill him. You kidding me? And I'm a Jew, so he couldn't pull out the fucking anti-Semitism card on me. It'd be great.
There are
the gamblification. So is it? I know it's really an American problem. It's not as big of a problem in Europe, correct? Because of more regulations.
three things responsible for gambling becoming more mainstream, but the first and biggest trend is simply the mainstream becoming more like gambling. See, Silicon Valley learned a decade ago that gambling mechanics are incredibly good for user retention, so they put them everywhere. Let's say you're shopping online. Well, now you can spin a wheel to unlock prizes. Or if you're playing video games, you can open a loot box, get some randomized items. You can even use those items as virtual currency in a casino we've made a 3-part series about, or maybe you don't.
I think CSGO, or I think CS in general was a huge factor in the normalization of gambling.
I have a problem with loot boxes for adults, but we've also put them in kids' video games because, got to start them young. Roblox is the largest game for minors, and they are stuffed with randomized loot boxes. But even if that's fine for you, what about the third-party websites which, against TOS, allow full gambling based on a kid's game? And yes, there are actual kids gambling on these apps.
Right, I just won a bit of profit there. I had 200 Robux. No, I had 200 Robux in profit, 100 Robux in profit. But I lost them, but I had 50 Robux, and I lost it, and I thought I got 50 Robux again.
Asia as well. I'd be curious about what parts of Asia, though. Like, I would be surprised. I'm sure there is some degree of gambling and betting going on in China right now, but I'd be surprised if the CCP and Top Xi would let gambling run this rampant. I think they would like hard stamped. I mean, they did the same thing with social media and video games. Even though it was making them a ton of money, they stamped down on it because like, hey, this is just bad for our people. I mean, I know Macau exists, but like, for instance, I don't think, for what it's worth, I don't think things like Macau and Vegas are an issue. I think gambling cities are not as big of an issue as like the proliferation of gambling across apps like this.
So on this, mine's on Roblox Evolve, what I'm going to do is buy 40 crates now. No.
Blau, weren't you paid by your previous employers to open different gacha capsules? No, it wasn't just gacha. It was just monetization on games in general. So it went beyond just like whether it was gacha. It went on like, premium subscriptions or whether you just paid for a full product, ad-based mobile game. It was a bunch of stuff.
40 crates, but like four crates. Let's go. Let's go. We're in profit. Let's go.
It is absolutely disgusting to see that. And look, I spoke to an insider who worked on this website, Roblox Wild, before it got shut down. He shared data which claimed they made $5,000 a day, or...
And the monetization included loot boxes. Listen, Krams, if your argument is trying to frame Riot as some unethical company when it comes to loot boxes, if that's what you're trying to insinuate here, I can shit talk Riot till the day is young. Riot is the least problematic company when it comes to their monetization practices. There's way worse. They're hardly the worst for this.
Roughly $2 million a year. Thankfully, this website got shut down, but third-party gambling sites still persist because copying casinos makes a ton of money. And that's why we've been putting it into everything, including our politics. Prediction markets are the answer to the question of what if we could YOLO on election results and world events. The biggest websites are Polymarket and Call Sheet.
Less bad equals good. Did I say less bad equals good? Fat naturals? I do love me some fat naturals. No, I think it's bizarre to like Krams is out here trying to rage bait me about something related to Riot, where it's like, of the video games that they've showed as examples in here, have you seen Riot mentioned yet? No, you've seen Valve mentioned, you've seen Roblox mentioned. Like, fucking chill.
Which have exploded in popularity during the American election cycle. But it isn't just major events that attract bettors. I was recently asked to investigate whether this was a suit that Zelensky was wearing. Why? Well, the prediction market had bet $200 million in betting volume on this bet. And some of them were really mad that they decided, no, this is not a suit, I guess. Whether you think
that is a suit, right?
it is or not, the volume of betting here is insane. And one reason for that is because these companies are exploiting loopholes that allow betting even in states where normal gambling is illegal. Because these companies say they're not a casino, so they don't fall under the same rules, which is why instead of having to be 21, you can now gamble at 18 on prediction markets. And while there have been legal challenges to this, both of the major companies, Kalshi and Polymarket, have recently brought on the president's son as an advisor, making it hard to see how they're going to be meaningfully regulated. Meanwhile, all the major betting apps are busy launching their own prediction market copycats to get around the same weak rules that we still have regarding betting. And don't even get me started on the other loopholes that are out there. Have you ever heard of the TikTok of sports wagering?
This is Cheddar. We're building the TikTok of sports wagering. Legal in 20 more states than DraftKings. Accessible for 18 to 21-year-olds. Live in-game.
They're literally advertising that it's accessible to 18 to 21-year-olds. Bro, I mean, listen, and I'm not trying to be like an old man yells at Cloud, but I literally heard some kids when we were out at bars. I heard some kids literally like, so I mean, presumably they were like 21 plus, right? They're still really young. They're probably 21, 22-year-old. There was like a bunch of guys and they're all like around their phones, like looking at parlays and shit. And I was like, dude, like, fuck, like that's kind of cooked.
Pro betting. Swipe to predict every moment of every play.
I'm going to stop you right there. If you missed it, Cheddar is a new startup trying to combine DraftKings, TikTok, and Tinder features into one app. And one of the things they brag about is their
TikTok, Tinder, and Draft. It's like basically like, let's create like the Exodia of like dopamine manipulation.
for allowing 18 to 21-year-olds as a
Yeah, I don't think it's not a cloud. This is old man yelling at all the houses being caught on fire around him in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's how I feel it is. Hold on 1 second, chat. I got to go grab more coffee and some food. 1 sec.
competitive edge. Guys, can you believe the untapped market of teenagers for gambling? Now, to be fair, Cheddar has not launched yet, but this is obviously the future.
So from what I understand, Blau is pro Vegas kind of gambling, but against offshore companies, online gambling. The thing is, Vegas is like, Vegas like allows gambling to exist and it keeps it super like localized and like, and even then people might have a problem with Vegas gambling, but like at least it keeps it like localized more to like going gambling in Vegas is like an event. It's like an event or like something that people go and do when they're in Vegas. And it's less of like a lifestyle. Whereas like, I think a lot of this other gambling basically becomes a lifestyle for people. I think that's the issue.
we're heading towards, turning everything into a maximally addictive gambling product.
It's sports wagering at the
There you
base
go.
of a slot machine.
Yeah. Isn't that the most dystopian thing you've ever heard? We're trying to turn sports betting into slot machines. I mean, the funny thing is this whole product is built around yet another loophole called a sweepstakes casino, and that's how they get around the 21-year-old age requirement. Here's how it basically works. Sweepstakes casinos claim that you don't actually need to purchase anything to play, so it's kind of not gambling. In fact, you can get free coins to access their games, but they also have a second currency which you can buy. Well, not buy, you get it for free when you buy the worthless coins. For example, their website says if you buy 100 cheddar coins, you get 5 bonus cheddar cash. And that's usually what you can gamble with and redeem for real money. This is actually how Stake US works. If you didn't know, Stake International is one of the world's largest casinos, but they aren't allowed here in the United States. So they have an American arm, which is a sweepstakes casino, which has gold coins and stake cash. One Redditor explains how the loophole really works. Quote, 1 stake cash is 1 USD. They only use gold coins because they need to say that you aren't gambling with real money to stay open in the US. Except, of course, you are actually gambling with real money. They just have a virtual currency workaround, which basically everyone has figured out. Some casinos are just kind of more honest about it than others. Cheddar's basically saying the quiet part out loud. They're going after 18 to 21-year-olds with TikTok, Tinder, sports betting at the pace of slots. And by the way, people are betting on their success. They're actually in a cohort of startups invested in by a Silicon Valley investment firm called A16Z. But if you think that's a bad idea, now let's talk about banks and gambling. I recently made a video on Yada, which was a fintech, which is a complicated story. We've done a ton of work on here.
I mean, realistically, if you guys want to know what, so far, I think I'm worried that now that I know that Donald Trump Jr. is on board with some of these, because I will say one of the only good things that the Trump administration has done is they actually did crack down on gambling in the U.S. with some of the legislation that was in like the fucking big beautiful bill. But I think you need way stricter regulation on this. I think like we need to fucking rip the Band-Aid off and just start going crazy on this shit. That wasn't Donald, that was the GOP Congress. Whatever you want to call it. Listen, And you're so right, and it's true that Donald Trump has never. There is not a single thing that Donald Trump has ever done that I would ever agree with ever. I'm so sorry that I even ever maybe hinted that. I disagree. He breathes, and ever since I learned that he breathes, I've been injecting the liquid oxygen into my ass so that I don't respirate normally, because that's how anti-Trump I am. I'm so sorry, chat.
But basically, the original pitch was a no-lose lottery, which gamified savings. Lots of YouTubers work with them, and they acted like a bank, at least at first, until they switched their new business model to be about allowing you to gamble inside the app and lose money, essentially becoming a casino within what is essentially a bank account. Now, I should actually note that Yada recently shut down the banking side and have fully focused on...
All right. I'm just making it clear it's something that he wasn't pushing for. I don't know if he was or wasn't pushing for. All I know is that it was one of the few things in the big, beautiful bill. I was like, that's actually a pretty good thing. Most of the rest of the bill was ass, but I like that thing.
On the sweepstakes casino part.
Yeah, guys, how would you feel if I did a gambling ad?
I guess it's a more profitable business, but it's a sign of the times that everyone is moving their app more towards gambling, and finance is going the same way. On August 19, 2025, the
That's true. Working class here. You know what? You do have a strong reputation in the chat of being open-minded. I think it would be funny. I think I've shit-talked gambling so much, chat, that I can't take the bag from it.
App Robinhood announced they are bringing sports betting prediction markets to their app. In the announcement, the vice president of Robinhood claimed sports betting was a, quote, no-brainer as we aim...
I tried using code Blau on Stake and my $1,000 deposit turned into $300. Fuck. Yeah, you're just a dirty fence sitter like me.
To make Robinhood a one-stop shop for all your investing and trading needs. AKA, we noticed people were leaving to other apps. But we don't like that. We'd like you to never leave our app. And ironically, the very next day, FanDuel, a sports betting app, announced they were bringing stock market betting to their customers.
But I will ask you about what some call the gamification of markets. Why this move? Why FanDuel? Why now?
For us to have a partner like FanDuel and be able to have 14 million accounts on day one, I'm not becoming a casino, contrary to popular opinion. I didn't buy a casino. These are markets that will be offered to the general public, and we think it's massively exciting of what it could.
These are markets. It's just, Oh man.
And you couldn't have a more perfect image of how finance is embracing the casinos and vice versa. Actually, correction, you can have a more perfect image because after I wrote this, the New York Stock Exchange's owner invested $2 billion into Polymarket. So actually, this is the perfect image of where we are. And a result is a lot of young people now see the stock market as kind of more like a betting market. The most popular group on Reddit is personal finance with about 21 million followers. In second place, Wall Street Bets, where gambling on the stock market is embraced and celebrated. It grew the most during the meme stock craze of 2020, which shifted how some people thought about investing. Instead of being driven by earnings, prices, or fundamentals, people gambled on memes, attention, and vibes. People are chasing bigger returns and taking on bigger risks to do so. One measure of this is the amount of debt people are taking out to invest. Margin debt is at an all-time high of $1 trillion, which even on an inflation-adjusted basis is near all-time highs and up 5x over the last few decades. Not only that, the rapid growth of zero-day options by retail traders is also a telltale sign. It's grown 5x in volume over 5 years, showing that people are trying to gamble more. Zero-day options are the stock trader equivalent of red or black at the casino. Fast action, massive wins or losses on a single day. But if the stock market is America's casino, then meme coins are basically the back alley bookie who will break your legs. Bigger price swings, faster action, meme coins are even more degenerate than meme stocks and pump and dump usually within a single day. Among the people who trade these, Pump.Fun is the leading destination as the one-click launchpad.
Well, here's the thing though, is that a lot of proper investing chat is not actually stock market gambling. For instance, investing in the stock market is not gambling. If you just invest in boring index funds and just do what is like very normal investing strategy, year over year, your returns are going to be it's somewhere around, I think it's like either 8% or like 10% on average over the course of however many years. And that's been true for almost a century.
Anyone can make a meme coin in seconds, and there is no value in it other than the expectation that someone might be more foolish than you and buy at a higher price than you did. And of course, Pump.Fun is happy to take a cut and make most of the money. Most traders will lose, but now you can also get a cut if you're a content creator who pushes one of these coins. We've seen the same thing from launchpads like Meteora. They allow creators to have a split of some of the trading fees, and it kind of democratizes the grift. Now, anyone can farm their followers and fans for money. You don't have to be particularly sophisticated, and that's actually how Trump made millions of dollars in fees with Trump meme coin without ever selling. He just farmed the fees. And to be clear, this money doesn't magically appear. It's being siphoned away from regular people who mostly lose. It creates a sad ecosystem where most creators are racing to the bottom for attention to get their audiences to pump their worthless coins, leading to a predictable spiral where most are scamming, rage baiting, or otherwise trying to shock each other into becoming the biggest grift of the day.
Upset got drained.
Thanks for the 20 bandos.
It's ripping.
What?
If you've ever heard of a zero-sum game where someone has to win for the other one to lose,
this just, I'd love for CoffeeZilla to do a video on this, which is like it's like the outrage economy or like the rage bait economy. Like we're not even rage bait. It's like a mixture of like nuisance content, rage bait content, like a lot of content it feels like nowadays, whether it's streaming or elsewhere, is like, how can I just say the most outlandish shit, or how can I just go and do destructive shit and like farm clips and just be like a complete piece of shit. It's really bad.
Negative sum because of all the trading fees. Most people, by definition, will lose. The real winner, of course, is Pump.Fun and people pushing it. According to one analysis,
stop hinting and just say kick.com. What? No. It literally happens on Twitch too. It doesn't even, it's not even just a streamer thing. I see it happen in other forms of content too on YouTube. And you can literally see it happen in short form content as well. Krams, Krams, I need you to wake up, buddy.
They've generated revenues of over $800 million for themselves, while almost none of the traders have made significant profits. According to one analysis, 0.4% of all traders will ever make over $10,000. So almost no one. And look, the reason we're going through all of this is to explain the many ways that gambling is no longer just about slots, cards, brick and mortar casinos. We've injected it into every conceivable aspect of our lives, and that has two effects. One,
it feels like
inescapable. It cannot avoid.
It feels like it's cultural at this point.
It's literally everywhere. And then two, it's also harder to understand and study because most researchers are studying like casinos, sports betting, but so much of gambling is not that anymore. So as we get to the numbers of this stuff, remember, everything's going to be an undercount. But it is still important to talk about those casinos, and that's where we're going to shift now. Starting with the biggest trend that has happened for these casinos, and number 2 on our reason, which is sports gambling becoming legalized. Rewind the clocks for a second back to 2018 when the Supreme Court overturned a federal ban. At the time, basically, you could only sports bet in Nevada, but after this, you can see in a few years, we completely flipped on the issue. Most states now allow sports betting, and along with that, the advertising budgets for these companies is absolutely enormous. DraftKings, FanDuel, Underdog, Prize Picks, they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm sports journalists don't exactly working class here. The other thing is like so many people won't. There's even here's the other thing. A lot of I'm not trying to like call it content creators, but like a lot of content creators won't call this out because they know the kind of money you can get from gambling and sports betting. I had an offer earlier this year, chat, it was literally for sports betting. And I had to turn it. Listen, I looked at the money and I was like, fuck, maybe I should take this. I had to turn it down though, just because of consistency, because I've already shit talked gambling and sports betting enough that I just couldn't do it.
Celebrities and influencers to push their product every year.
And now I have to start an OnlyFans.
And has it worked? As I'm writing this, the #1 sports app on the App Store is not sports. It's not ESPN. ESPN and the NFL are second and third. The #1 sports app is actually DraftKings. And in the top 10, half of those apps are sports betting, which is insane. There are 2 reasons for this. Obviously, one, hundreds of millions in advertising. But the second is what are called inducements, which is when these apps will incentivize players to download them and place a bet, sometimes literally offering what seems like free money.
It's got an NFL.
That's also just how you know how much money they make from people, which is that they will literally give people free money. They will say, hey, you know what? We'll let you gamble on our site as long as you just set up an account. We'll let you gamble X amount of money for free.
Offer.
Don't play with me. We just turned $5 into $150 in bonus bets.
New customers bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
New customers get risk-free bets up to $2,000.
Now look, the reason casinos do this is kind of obvious. If they can make you place one bet, they're more likely to place the second, third, and 100th. But even setting aside the fine print of these weird offers, does it not strike anyone else as weird that we're allowing gambling companies to give away free stuff? Imagine the cigarette industry told you, buy your first pack, get 50 free packs free.
It's literally this. I think it's because and hear me out, chap. Cigarettes or drugs are other things that are addictive, right? Like, and we showed how addictive cigarettes can be. It's like a physical component that's addictive. And what we don't realize is that gambling is just as addictive as cigarettes, but it's not a physical thing. It's a purely psychological loop of addiction.
To get you started. Imagine Budweiser said, shotgun one, they'll send you a case for fun. It's insane. And yet, that's exactly what these sports betting apps are doing.
I think gambling is actually more addicting.
And once you're in, these apps will also cater to their biggest players, biggest losers, called VIPs. They will send them gifts as they spend their life savings. And there have been multiple lawsuits actually about this. And to make it worse, if you do the opposite and you actually win too much on these apps, they will try to limit your betting, as one investigation found.
If you
The other thing is, I wonder... I was going to say that I think that this predominantly preys on the poor, but I actually might disagree with that. I actually think weirdly enough, I think a lot of the people that this truly preys on are like whales, are like very rich people who have horrible gambling addictions. Like, I think they make the most money probably, like that's probably who they're making a ton of money from. Because, I mean, you could only make so much money off of a bunch of,
show any real ability to effectively handicap a game and beat the sportsbook, they will limit your bets and essentially kick you out of the sportsbook. They will not let you win. Can you talk to me a little bit about how sportsbooks treat you once you start winning?
They don't want to accept your bets.
Yeah.
But we saw some are targeting 18 to 21-year-olds. I think the strategy is this. They want to target and get kids addicted. And then when those kids end up being successful or making money, they're now addicted to gambling and will then place bigger bets. I would say the biggest damage is on the people in the middle who have some extra spending cash who would normally be saving but now bet. Ooh, probably. I mean, yeah, there just might not be enough of like the really big spenders. But I do think there is a lot of new money are the kinds of people I would expect to bet on this stuff. One whale is nice, but a million minnows is nicer. True.
It turns out the casinos actually hate the exact player that's featured in all of their advertisements, the guy who actually wins too much money, which is actually so crooked when you think about it, that if you're one of the few people who achieves what they're promoting, they actually don't want you. Now, as I was writing this story, another massive scandal actually broke in the sports betting world, which is even more corrupt than not allowing winners.
But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
That's right, the FBI just exposed a massive sports rigging scheme that was using these apps to win money on rigged basketball games. One example of this was March 23rd, 2023, when an NBA player, Terry Rozier, told a friend ahead of time that he was going to go out early on a foot injury. And so that night, $200,000 in bets were placed on his underperformance because no one else knew that he was injured. And a few minutes after Terry kind of limping around, he left the game and the bets paid off. A few days later, Terry Rozier and his friend allegedly counted the money at his house from the fraudulent wagering scheme. And this was one of several rigged games the FBI alleged, but the media was quick to point out this isn't even the first time someone was caught doing something like this.
Jonte Porter, who played for the Toronto Raptors, has already pled guilty. He's already pled guilty. He's awaiting sentencing for doing just...
I mean, I feel like it's also like, this is just another example too of like people who just have it made, who like they have everything going for them. They have money, they have fame, and they just want more. They're on like a hedonistic treadmill and they just want more, and then they do stupid shit like this.
What Rozier and Jones are accused of. So this train has already left the station, Laura. And I have to tell you, when Jeff Teague, an NBA player, says, oh, there's betting everywhere, it is everywhere. I've done ads for DraftKings. LeBron James has done ads for DraftKings. In fact, ESPN, when they were reporting this story this morning, they're having programming.
Two Cleveland pitchers were indicted today.
Scandal on the press conference the FBI was giving. And underneath them on the ticker was an ad for ESPN Bet, which is ESPN's own sportsbook.
Yeah, the irony of all of this is that the same people who condemn illegal betting going on are simultaneously pushing the sportsbooks, which create the opportunity. And at some point, the producers...
It's also why I think the one thing I'm so happy about this CoffeeZilla video chat, because I feel like I've been going crazy. I think what really made me go crazy was I just started watching NBA and NHL last year during the finals. Or I guess like earlier this year during the finals. And what was crazy to me is I remember watching both NBA finals and the Stanley Cup playoffs. I remember watching these back during the 2000s, and it was always like these fun like things about like stats about players, and they bring all, and now it was just DraftKings, sportsbook, sports betting. This bet on this, is this player gonna shoot a slap shot? Oh, what's the over under? And it was baked into the broadcast. It wasn't just a commercial. It's like the announcers were officially like, oh, our official partners with DraftKings, our official partners with sportsbooks. And it was just crazy to me. And I felt like no one talked about it. Like it just came out of nowhere.
On ESPN actually noticed it, and see if you can spot the moment they try to fix the sportsbook ad in the corner.
You hear a lot about legal sports gambling on this show. The Bussin' Boys, obviously sports gambling is a huge part of what you do, so we put those all out there as a preamble because it might be in the back of people's minds, and we acknowledge that this is a different time and place. However, there is a fine line, not so fine, there is a bold line that obviously has to be drawn.
Well, that's a little awkward. You're actually supposed to remove the ad for sports betting before talking about sports rigging, and honestly, we've only hit the tip of the iceberg here because we've since learned these professional leagues are useless at catching this stuff. Turns out the NBA all
Gerald Ludwig's issue that now Robinhood has gambling, which had him stop to become addicted. So now even trading apps do it. So here's the thing. I believe. I mean, the way I have. I mean, like chat. I can sort of tell you what I do with my money is the way I have Robinhood set up. I have a certain I created basically my own index fund based on like what I predict the market to do. It's not like such crazy. It's not, they're not like that, like risky of stocks. And it's also like a portfolio of them. There's like, I don't know, it's like 20 to 25 or so of them. And every month I deposit money into Robinhood automatically. And that money is then used to purchase those stocks, like a spread of those stocks automatically. So I don't look at Robinhood. I don't look. Every now, like one thing I'll do every now and like every couple days, if I see some news about the market going down, I'll go and look at Robinhood to see all of my shit has tanked. And that's when I know that things are on sale, and I'll put in some extra money and go buy some more. And then I leave it. I don't fuck with prediction markets. Like don't ever get involved in like prediction markets or gambling or anything like that. It will fuck you up.
Already investigated Terry Rozier before the FBI indictment for that exact game, and they cleared him.
My only, listen, chat, my only financial advice is this. When you see the stock market go down substantially, don't panic. Think of it as like it's on sale and go buy. That's all I'll tell you.
Because the NBA commissioner said there was insufficient
That's actually
evidence.
good advice.
Ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence despite that aberrational behavior to move forward.
Right. So even with aberrational activity, they had the right game, the right guy, and the NBA couldn't find enough evidence. I mean, the more money that goes into sports betting, the more this will be a problem, and the leagues are clearly not equipped to handle it. But people just look the other way because the money's too good. And I want to now address the size of these betting markets because they're absolutely enormous in ways most people don't understand. And to get our heads around it, we're going to look at some survey numbers. One study.
I think here's the problem is I think it's actually too big. You can't we'd have to slowly start to dig regulations back into it. It's too big. Like the gambling, to be clear, and maybe I'm pulling this number out of my ass, but I think a lot of the gambling markets in these sports are bigger than the sport themselves, if that makes sense, chat. That's my bet. I would actually, that's the bet I would place, is that I think a lot of them are actually worth more money than the sports themselves.
22% of all Americans and almost half of men my age have an online sports betting account. Another estimates that 1 in 4 people have placed a bet on sports and 1 in 5 have placed a bet in the last year. Like with all surveys, there's margins of error here, but the data mostly agrees. Sports betting is very widespread and extremely.
It's also definitely a male issue. Like, I don't know, women don't really do sports betting.
Popular among young men. And for the ones who get addicted, it's
Young men,
financially devastating. One recent study looked at Americans' finances before and after sports betting was legalized by their state. They found that bankruptcy rates rise approximately 10% after legalization. Another paper looked at financial stability, noting that for households that do bet, they spend on average about $720 a year sports betting. And the study found that for every dollar someone deposits for betting, there's a reduction in net investments of just under $1. As people gamble more, they invest less.
Yeah, it's not only are they gambling more, it's that instead of going with investing, yeah.
Which means their financial future is worse. Makes sense. But this is especially true of problem gamblers or gambling addicts. To be clear, this is not something that affects all gamblers. Roughly 1% of the world population suffers from this. It's more common among people who bet regularly and bet online, two of the things that sports gambling encourages. Problem gambling completely.
Here's my problem, though. I think problem gambling is way underreported. I think it's much more severe than what we think. I don't think it's that someone is prone to addiction. I actually don't believe this. And that's not me trying to be that's not me trying to diminish those who are addicts. If anything, I think we are all prone to addiction, way more prone than we actually think. And so the people that say oh, I have an addictive personality, or, oh, I suffer from addiction, I would counter that and say, no, that person was just exposed to addiction. And that anyone, if properly exposed to addiction, would also develop those same tendencies. I don't think it's some unique thing. I think it is a core, because again, the concepts of addiction are core concepts of our physiology. They make evolutionary sense for why we would have these addictive traits. And so my expectation is that we're going to see a rampant rise in problem gamblers or gambling addicts, when in reality it's just people who are now just getting exposed to more opportunities to gamble. I mean, aren't some people more prone to be addicted than others? Like alcoholism? I'm not sure. Actually, this is a good question. Alcoholism, yes. Gambling addiction, no. And here's why. Alcoholism is literally the way some people's bodies will handle alcohol is just different. The thing is, gambling addiction is not a physical substance. Gambling addiction, usually the way addiction or these things work is it's a physical substance, and then there's the chemical reactions within the body to that substance, and then some sort of reaction. The thing is, with gambling, there is not a physical substance being put. It is strictly these chemical reactions that are occurring due to a stimulus. And these these chemical reactions that occur from gambling are innate in all of us. It's the classic Skinner box. The dopaminergic pathways that gambling preys upon are innate in all of us. There's a reason everyone can become addicted to gambling.
Obliterates people's finances and affects more than just the gambler, because as they beg, borrow, or steal to continue their addiction, they affect everyone around them. And I do mean steal. Roughly half of gambling addicts will commit a crime, and most of those crimes are to continue gambling, often leading to a spiral where the addict doesn't see a way out, which is why problem gambling has one of the highest suicide rates of any substance addictions. Full stop.
I don't get it. You know none of this matters, right?
Yeah.
You tried this before with Roulette, CS2, and it did nothing.
Yep.
No, literally, I mean nothing. Absolute silence. All the moralizing, the anti-gambling. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
I actually feel the same way as CoffeeZilla about this. I feel like it's something that I've like kind of talked to you guys about before, chat, but it's something I don't want to harp on or moralize about because I feel like it's too far gone. Like I actually just feel like I'm uncool because parlays are like that's what all the cool young kids are doing. And I feel like a fucking loser. I feel like an old man yells at cloud, and I feel like it's just too far gone. Damn.
Let me tell you a story. A year ago, I was offered $20,000 to do a video by casino. Now, I said no and made a whole series about it, but what I didn't tell you is that later I was offered $1 million to cover my legal fees in an ongoing case. Now, this was offered by a person who said they wanted to remain anonymous, no strings attached, very nice person. They said they wanted to just help out. Sounds great. But then I found out the money was coming from a sports betting company. They were one of the top people, and that's obviously a dilemma for me. I am publicly against gambling, and here this person's kind of privately telling me, well, gambling can pretty much solve all my problems. Pay my
When I tell you guys that creators, the money that you can get from gambling and sports books and sports bettings is insane. And I actually want to be really clear here, because as much as I'll kind of moralize against it, I want you guys to know I do not shame or fault any creator that takes that bag. If they take a stake deal, kick deal, sports betting, sports book, I don't care when creators do it. I actually don't. I can't, because for a lot of them, that's their own individual choices that they need to make for their life. And I don't want to be the guy moralizing about why you shouldn't take those deals, because frankly, I don't need to, because I'm financially secure. And it's not fair for me to be telling people what they should be doing. So just full stop. So when I criticize this stuff, I want you to know I'm only criticizing the companies at large that do it and the legislators that aren't regulating it. Full stop.
legal fees, they're telling me, oh, their company's regulated, it's fine, it's above board. Ultimately, I had to say no. Thank you for the offer, but in my head, there's no such thing as $1 million.
You can still be anti-gambling and take the back. I think you guys would lose. If I was you guys, I would lose respect for me if I took a gambling bag. I'll be honest.
$1, no strings attached. And, obviously I also can't take $1 million from a sports betting company and then go make a video criticizing sports betting. But it gave me pause and kind of gave me an aha moment that I was missing before, where I started to understand exactly how screwed we are. And this goes into our third reason gambling is winning. The casual way these casinos can throw around life-changing money for any normal person is why the data will never fix this. It's why having enough sad facts about addicts or interviewing people whose lives were ruined will not change things. Believe me, I've done it and it's never moved the needle. To be honest, it's not even debatable that gambling is kind of bad for most people and life-destroying for a few. Even the industry kind of admits that. But the reason gambling is everywhere in spite of that is there is too much money in the game benefiting the people that make...
Exactly. It's too fucking profitable. It's too weighted to one side that they can just pay away the problems. Like, and like I said, Chad, I'd like to say that I wouldn't. Let me put to you guys this way. I'm going to be really honest with you, Chad, because I don't want to seem like I'm some better person than other streamers or other creators. I will be very honest with you. If I am given a sports betting or gambling opportunities that are at my rates, that like what my viewership or social media, Instagram followers, Instagram reach, YouTube followers, YouTube reach, like my overall holistic portfolio as a creator, if I'm given one to like what that is worth, and it's all with sports betting and that, it's worth a lot, I will say no. If they paid a premium and offered me a little bit more, I would still say no out of moral principles, but that comes down to the fact that I'm financially secure. If they offered me a double premium, like double my like what my normal rate is, I'd probably say yes. I'd probably say like there's a certain number that they could offer me that I'd probably say yes, because I could be like, oh, like, wow, now I can, you know, because of certain personal things that could allow me to do. I could be like, oh, wait, I could actually just go and buy another piece of property. Like, I mean, and here's the calculus. I'd be like, oh, I can buy a piece of property in California for my mom to then come out and retire in. You know, my dad is likely going to pass away before her, and I don't want her living alone in Colorado. I would, you know, move her out to California to live near me. And that's something I could then do. And that'd be meaningful to me. And I guess the thing is, and again, it's like one of those hypotheticals where like Krams even gave the hypothetical of like, well, would you do it for $1 million? I'm like, chat. What's crazy about this, and this is the point that CoffeeZilla brings up, the number that they could offer me, I'd like to think it'd have to be really fucking high. But what's crazy is they actually could hit that number. They can pay that out if they wanted to. If that makes sense. That's, I think, what's scary. Like at a certain point, they actually can just pay that.
The final decisions, right? Think about the states with tax revenue, the casino profits, the influencer payouts. There's a small group that gambling is incredible for. So incredible, it basically defies logic. I'm talking billions of dollars in profit.
They don't want me that much, though.
Why gambling is everywhere. You can't just look at the statistics. You have to look at the money. And I want to show you exactly how this works with an example. This is Matthew. He's better known online as NateShot, and recently he took a gambling deal with an offshore crypto casino. And when he first talks about the deal, I want you to notice it's a little strange. He almost seems hesitant.
Boys, we just partnered with Roulette, and before I say anything, don't gamble, okay? You will lose. I promise you, you're gonna lose. But that's why I partnered with Roulette, so they can pay me to gamble. So even when I lose, I'm still gonna lose.
Yeah, it's pretty weird to hear someone say, don't gamble, guys, while announcing a partnership with a gambling company. NateShot implies that he may lose money, but in fact, he later admits that it's the most money he's ever been paid.
This is the biggest partnership that I've had in my entire career.
No, instead, I think the hesitancy, the weirdness of this video is because NateShot knows pushing gambling is kind of bad for people. He said so in a podcast a couple years ago.
I definitely think that people streaming on Twitch, all the crypto betting, certainly incentivizes younger kids to be more interested in crypto gambling. Like, I know personally people that should not have been gambling online, but because it's...
Honestly, Sin makes a great point here. They have forget your morals money. And here's the key to this, chat. I just don't want to lie to you guys and say that I'm so morally sound. And by the way, I actually think the biggest thing for me is not whether I'm morally sound or not. The biggest thing for me is that I have general financial security. If I didn't have financial security, you bet your ass I would throw my fucking morals out. Are you kidding me? If I don't have financial security, I'm throwing my fucking morals out to make, like, that's just the reality that any individual person probably is going to make, unless they're better people than me. So that's the other thing I want to say is me not taking gambling money has less to do with me being a good person or being moral. It has more to do with the fact that I'm financially secure. I'll just be honest with you. And I know you guys appreciate when I'm honest, right? So
easy to gamble with crypto. They did it when they could not afford to do it, and it has not worked out well for them.
Right.
Exactly. But what you guys could do is exactly what Working Class here said. You guys need to make me so rich that there's no amount of money that they can give you. I need to just directly take money from my community. Think about it this way, chat. I could take money from gambling, and then you guys give all of your money to the gambling sites, or you guys just give me your money, and then I don't have to take money from gambling sites. Great point. Make sure you guys give some subs. Appreciate you so much.
Personally, it's bad. But for the reason why he's doing it anyways, just fast forward 2 minutes in the podcast and we find out because the host asks, a hypothetical. What if someone offered Nadeshot $100 million to promote gambling? And well, let's just say his tone changed.
I ain't turning down $100 million, bro. You got me up, brother. I'll go on there and I will crypto gamble 24/7, dude. At that point, man, it's the parents' fault. Hey, I'm just working over here. You're going to pay me more than LeBron? Brother, I would be lighting up, cash on fire, gambling crypto. I would sell my soul for 100 M's. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
We should clip this. We should send this over to Kick.
I won't sleep. I will be your workhorse. You want me to pump blue chews and crypto gambling? I will do it all.
I think as much as people might like dislike that he says it this way, I think he's being honest. I think a lot of people are like that.
You got me fucked up.
Let's be honest. $100 million? Yeah.
Them kids, dude. Fuck them kids.
Look, I'm just going to say, you can say he's wrong for saying that. He's a bad person for saying that. But the reality is, this is why gambling is winning. The casino
Coffeezill probably agrees with that too.
have so much money, they are buying people's souls. Even people who kind of admit gambling's kind of bad. Put enough money on the table, and Nadeshot says, hey, fuck them kids. And by the way, speaking of fucking them kids, let's talk about Drake.
W's in the shot.
It isn't just streamers or influencers taking deals. It's the biggest rapper on the planet. He signed a reported $100 million.
I think this is where I'm a little concerned. And by the way, I like X signed his crazy kick slash stake deal, and then X I think got generational wealth from that, but X didn't quite have generational wealth before that. He then got it through the deal. Drake has generational wealth and then sold his soul to the devil. That I don't like. This is the kind of like
$1 deal recently with Stake, the crypto casino, which is wild. There's really no endorsement deals like that anywhere else that hit those kind of numbers. And just like Nadeshot, Drake wants you to know that, even though he's taking the money, gambling isn't for everyone. Recently, he posted an $8 million loss, saying, "Gotta share the other side of gambling." Now, maybe some of you think that's brave, but to me, I see that and go, Drake, that is the only side of gambling for most people. If any normal person lost...
X didn't have I don't know if X had generational wealth ahead of the kick deal. Maybe he did. I don't know. How much is what do you guys consider generational wealth?
$8 million, their life is...
Yeah, I think like Mr. Beast taking money, like people who are like for me, my understanding was XQC became set from that deal.
Over and their legs are broken. You're the only one with another side to this whole thing. Where, to be clear, that other side is reportedly getting paid $100 million. And to be clear, like, it's a lot of people taking these deals. I'm not trying to single anyone out. Let's also take Kevin Hart, right? One of the world's...
Oh, by the way, chat, I want you guys to know. Oh, I did want to let you guys know this. I'm going to stream on Kick. I hope you guys know that. I'm multi-streaming on Kick. But I'm streaming on Kick just because I want to stream roleplay on Kick. Because I think GTA roleplay is really good on Kick. To be clear, and for full transparency, this is not a Kick deal. I have no Kick deal. And... I'm not doing any of the gambling stuff on there. Oh, by the way, Captain Cobalt, artificial, I'm multi-streaming. I'm still gonna be streaming on, guys. It's just like when I multi-stream on YouTube now. Yeah, listen. Why would you engage with Kick? I wanted to try it. Listen, I'm going to be so real with you. I've been watching GTA roleplay on Kick. I don't think you guys think I'm lying about this. I would hope not. I've just been watching a lot of... first of all, Kick passed Twitch for GTA roleplay. I don't know if you guys know this. There is more viewership of GTA roleplay on Kick than on Twitch. It is the site for GTA roleplay. So does that mean that every single one of my streams is going to be multi-streamed on Kick? No. When I do a roleplay stream, though, I just wanted to try doing it on. Unless you as my community of my cozy community are like, oh, I actually don't support you on that, Blau. You know, fuck it. I'll ask the Discord later about this. Because if enough of you guys are like, hey, like, we don't really want you doing that, I won't do it. But yeah, and by the way, to be clear, it's not a. I'll be very transparent. I signed no deal with Kick. I have no minimum hours. I have not signed a contract anywhere. I was just given a partnered channel. And it's not like I would literally, if you guys tune into the Twitch stream, it'd be the same thing as when you guys tune into my Twitch streams or my YouTube streams. I'll just also be live on Kick. So only the RP. To be clear, all of my streams are on Twitch. I am a Twitch stream. All of my streams are on Twitch. I multi-stream and put them elsewhere. For GTA Roleplay, I also want my GTA Roleplay streams on Kick. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. To be clear, you guys, in case you guys are wondering, it's not like I'm going to stream on Twitch and be like, okay, guys, we're going over to Kick. No. Like the entirety of the stream, you guys will still watch me here. I don't know. I think, by the way, crazy time to be announcing that I'm going to stream on Kick. I mean, here's a genuine question. Would that affect you guys? Be like, oh, I don't really want to support Blau now that I know that he also streams on Kick. I figured most of you guys probably just don't really care. Like, you're still going to watch me on Twitch, right? Like, oh, fuck. That's an unfollow? MDF said I already don't support you? Oh, fuck. Damn, chat. I would still support you no matter, but whether I'd be okay with it is different. Ooh. And by the way, wait, I want to also be clear. I don't think you guys have to be like fully okay with it. Like you guys be like, yeah, still watch Blau's content, but I do think a little less of him that now that I know that he multi-streams his RP streams on Kick. Honestly, yeah, that's right. And listen, I don't even know how long. I don't even know. I'm gonna try it. I just want to see. I think I want to try it, see how it goes. As long as you guys know that, like, I do want to be clear. I'm doing it because I genuinely think Kick is the best platform for GTA roleplay right now. Twitch just hasn't kept up. And I think you guys, I think you'd be living under a rock if you didn't see how big roleplay has gotten on Kick. Yeah, I want guys, I need my invite for 5.0. And by the way, I want to be clear. I'm letting you guys know this. And if you're like one of my like viewers and for some reason you're like, that makes me think less of you, that is okay. At the end of the day, chat, I'm an entertainer. I'm trying to get my content out to more people. I see roleplay is really big on Kick. I want to get my good roleplay content out to people on Kick. That's why I use different platforms for things. If you don't fuck with that, that's okay. You should only be tuning into my streams or supporting me as much as you like my content. Don't ever take your moral advice or anything like that. Like I said before, most GTA RP streamers are small to medium, and they went to Kick for better money. Nothing changed on Twitch. It's just everyone else sold out. So why not you? No, okay, Zora stream, I think that's a fair point, but like from what I've seen, Kick actually has like, they have like dedicated channels to like, if this is a no pixel stream, they actually seem to like build features and stuff that supports roleplay more. Yeah, it's like the 2-state solution. This is the 2-stream solution. Exactly. The 3-stream solution. I mean, like, listen, you guys can actually ask. A lot of people just genuinely prefer watching on Kick too, because of the ads. Listen, I'm not fully decided on it yet. We'll see. I might try it, you know. Yeah, I kept even saying, like, even when you multi-stream to YouTube, I'd rather watch there. Yeah, also, by the way, you know what? Honestly, Fiery Death has the best point. Guys, how is this relevant when you don't even RP or don't even stream RP? Yeah, chat, we're talking about a fake hypothetical. I said I'm only doing Kick streams if I'm also role-playing, which means I'm not doing Kick streams. Guys, I don't know how you guys are getting mad at me. That means I'm not streaming on Kick because I don't roleplay. You guys know that. Yeah, so basically it's like, yeah, for the 1 month when 5.0 comes out.
Smallest comedians. He pushes DraftKings. And this one I find really bizarre.
Do me a favor, man. Go to the DraftKings app. Look at what I'm betting on. Look at why I'm betting on. Place your bets. All the action is here. DraftKings, Kevin Hart.
I'm not even going to ask why.
Oh my God. What if I negotiated with the community? I'm allowed to stream roleplay. I'm allowed to stream roleplay on Kick, but I also have to make an OnlyFans. Lismar said, I'm not mad over you considering Kick your grown asthmatic and make it. Yeah. And again, it's like, it's one of those things, chat, where it's like, I want to be very transparent with you guys. And I can show you receipts for this if you ever ask. Was I offered deals to stream on Kick years, like early on to stream on Kick? Yes. Was it a lot of money? Yes. Did I also have deals to stream on Kick that were a lot of money that did not require me to gamble on Stake or any of the sites? Yes. I could have done the like non-gambling versions of Kick. Yes. Still a lot of money. Did I turn all of them down? Yes. Why would I do Kick now? Because I genuinely think it's like it literally did pass Twitch when it comes to GTA roleplay. It's like, it is the site for GTA roleplay.
Kevin needs you to get on DraftKings and bet. Like, the fact is he's worth a reported $450 million. But the real thing I find so gross about this is that Kevin Hart has gone on podcasts and talked about the need for financial literacy. You know, he talked about this on Joe Rogan.
The biggest problem within our community is knowledge. We don't know. Debt is welcomed.
Oh, by the way, I joked about the OnlyFans. I would consider at some point, Chad, doing like I don't think I'd ever do OnlyFans just because of the name associated with it. I would consider doing Fansly and doing like cosplay pics on Fansly. I would never do like nude stuff, but
because it's celebrated. That's all we know. The knowledge isn't given. So it's not till you obtain that knowledge and understanding that you go, oh, this is why you put money up. This is how you increase versus decrease. Oh, this is how you earn on your money.
Yeah, it'd be like what Austin does.
I can gain wealth by investing.
It was actually because Austin basically was like, Blau, you realize you post what I post on Fansly, but you do it for free. And I was like, oh, shit.
Investing in what? The stock world is what? How many people partake in the stock world? And is there a part that isn't necessarily gambling? Is there a low risk part? The information isn't there.
Yeah, Kev, maybe the information isn't there on the stock market part, which isn't gambling, because you're too busy telling them about actual gambling.
There is literally low risk stock market investing. Kevin Hart's a fucking idiot for saying that. Like, if he thinks that the stock market is gambling when there's literally like the most data-driven, low-risk option, Vanguard index funds, congratulations, you're getting free money. That's what they mean by low-risk investing. It's like, cool, you just put money in a Vanguard index fund, you're going to probably make 8 to 10% returns every year on average over the course of God knows how many years.
Understand that Kevin Hart is not just a guy who sometimes talks about it on podcasts either. He has a whole partnership, an actual partnership with Chase Bank, where they ran a campaign.
By the way, listen, chat, I don't want my chat to turn into fucking Twitch versus Kick stuff. I'll just say this. Unregulated crypto, maybe it was a Vady Fresh. Unregulated crypto gambling versus government regulated company. I want to be very clear. I can point out any number of companies and say they are unethical or bad. Okay? Amazon has done unethical and bad. Like, let's not compare Amazon to Stake. Okay? Like, we have to be pretty fucking, like, can we all agree, like, that's pretty fucking dumb? Like, are we really going to compare Amazon to Stake? Like, let's fucking chill. Like, come on. That being said, do I think Kick exists only to promote gambling? No, I think at this point, I actually do genuinely believe at this point, Kick has expanded their strategy and actually wants to be a legitimate live streaming platform. Now, is that ultimately to keep support? I mean, is it funded still by Stake? Sure, absolutely. But I think there are certain, I think specific categories like IRL and GTA roleplay is one of the ones they've clearly invested in. They actually want to be like the top platform for those.
To improve financial literacy. But then Kevin goes on the side and he's pushing DraftKings, which preys on people's financial illiteracy. And while we're talking about small comedians with big bank accounts, let's talk about Joe Rogan too. And listen, I'm not trying to be high and mighty with all this stuff. I know it sounds a bit like that, but believe me, I am eye level with these guys, okay? I'm very short too.
So that's kind of ignorant. Kick is a huge loss leader being funded by Stake only because it funnels people to Stake. But I mean, then again, I would also say Twitch is kind of like in a similar way, Twitch is also a loss leader. I mean, like in a sense, you could, again, maybe this is a incorrect argument, but you could argue that Stake as a broader company sees that they could be successful in live streaming with Kick, regardless of their funneling of people over into Stake, and that they could control a expanding market of the creator ecosystem by having Kick. And that there's specific categories that they want on Kick as a result of that. I don't know. W aided Ross. W Hasengold. W Kick. W's in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Twitch funnels people to Kick by being ass. This might be my favorite comment. Listen, chat. We'll see how it goes. Listen, I'm just trying to be transparent with you guys. Let's keep it light. Let me try multi-streaming on Kick. If you guys hate it, I'll stop doing it.
Can't tell behind the $10 million studio desk, but no offense is intended here. We got to discuss though how the biggest comedians in the world, smallest comedians, are pushing DraftKings. Didn't Joe get a $250 million deal from Spotify? I didn't realize before this video, like how many gambling ads he has been running recently. In the month of September alone, there were 11 DraftKings ads in 14 videos. And with Joe especially, it's weird because he's the guy who rants against Big Pharma's manipulative advertising.
If you can advertise, you can manipulate people and change their opinion based on theatrics.
So many. Everyone gets a free bet. We all want to win. Hey, let's win together.
You know what to do. You have music and people dancing and holding hands and spinning around in a wheat field. Like, that is so manipulative. And we are subject to manipulation. And when it's something that is so important, like making critical health decisions, there's so many of these commercials. Like, so many times I'm watching television, I'm like, how many goddamn drug commercials are there?
By the way, I agree with him. We are being manipulated. But change a few words from that rant, and you can say the exact same thing about how gambling is pushed. Casinos are also manipulative. They don't advertise the actual reality where people...
Chat, I need to come clean. This is also where I would like to announce one of our newest partners, and that's DraftKings. DraftKings, thank you so much for sponsoring. I'm kidding.
lose. Instead, they say things like winning, cashing in, opportunity. And Joe Rogan's a part of that.
Every game is another chance to cash in. Don't just watch the action, win with it. Every snap is loaded with opportunity.
That is just as manipulative as pharma ads pushing pills that may end up addicting you. In both cases, the collateral damage are the addicts we created along the way. And I guess I have to ask, maybe people think, oh, one's worse than the other. Is there that much of a difference between a drug addict and a gambling addict? No, really, I'm asking.
It's like if you see the drug addict, you see him, he's shooting up or whatever it is, and you see him fainting, you go, oh, the poor bastard. But when you see a guy who's fully in the grips of gambling, trying to figure out how to get his money back, and he's all...
Also, to be clear, chat, I haven't made up my mind about this. I'm still thinking about it. So I might not do it. Do you guys, but I want you guys to know, do you guys know one of the main reasons why I probably wouldn't? I hate fucking having to talk. Like, it took me so long to get consistent enough doing multi-streaming on YouTube. And you guys have seen me fuck up my multi-streams on YouTube. Now I have to add in another fucking thing to that. Sometimes I just like click and go live and just fucking yapping to you guys, you know? So
Gassed up with adrenaline, he doesn't understand why.
So I want to be clear. If I don't end up streaming on Kick, I'm going to say that the reason why is that I talked to my community and I had a heart-to-heart and I realized that it was against my morals and my ethics and all that, and that I had a come to Jesus moment. But I want you, the real ones in this stream, to know that I was just too fucking lazy to set it up. Thank you so much. That will 100% be the actual reason. Sir Hype said noted. Guys, Sir Hype is a Twitch employee, by the way. Look, we can see. Staff member of Twitch. Did you guys know that Twitch are the #1 supporters of Stake by proxy? If you guys think about it, guys, think about it. Kick, what does Kick run on? Amazon's, the same Amazon servers that run Twitch, supports them there, #1. #2, Twitch constantly not innovating, putting out new features, driving people over to Kick, which then drives them to Stake. Boom. So in a way, Sir Hype is the biggest supporter of Stake and gambling. Exactly. He's like, No, but I mean, like, I would actually, Sir Hype probably can't even comment on this, but I would say, you guys probably remember when Kick first came around, I actually didn't think Kick had longevity, and I thought it was much more of a, like, this is just like a way to funnel people to Stake. I view Kick as a actual competitor in the live streaming space to Twitch. I've looked at the numbers and I've seen that they actually beat Twitch in terms of GTA roleplay viewership. Do I think am I a Twitch doomer? No, I think Twitch is fine. I think I will always be a Twitch streamer and that will always be like my main home, but I'm open to things changing. And that's it. I think it is a good thing that streamers and creators are tempted to then go and stream on YouTube or want to maybe go stream on Kick. I think it is important that we have that competition because then it drives any of those companies to do things better, right? It makes Kick be like, fuck, well, we have to have our like turn gambling off switch so that people don't just think that we're a gambling site, right? It's like YouTube has to be like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, we actually are just going to have our great rewind feature that's really good and probably still have the better live service platform than any of these fuckers, but not really do anything with it. And then it puts a fire underneath Twitch to have to like innovate and do new things. So there you go. I kind of disagree that Kick sees themselves as being able to be profitable. The reason GTA streamers are going to Kick is always the same when I ask. No ads for the roleplay viewers, and they get paid by the hour per viewer with the KCIP, whatever program. Okay, here's my thought, though, is it is one of those things where, like, when you're trying to build a platform like this and get to, like, a certain network size, you're unprofitable at first, right? Like, you actually tank money to, like, build out the ecosystem and build out the culture of it. And again, I feel bad because Sir Hype is in here. Chat, do you guys remember when I did the Hollywood stream the Universal Horror Night stream and all those kids saw me live streaming, what site did they think I was streaming on? They thought I was streaming on Kick, because culturally, a lot of them are seeing that that's where streaming is. So now, do I think that that's a realistic investment, that Kick will eventually become profitable just by the nature of its streaming? I don't know. Probably not. From this video alone, have we learned that the world of gambling and crypto casinos is the pockets are so deep that they can fund paying money to creators for the end of time? Probably. But you're confused if you think they're trying to make Kick. I'm not saying they're trying to make Kick profitable. They are trying to grow Kick and make it a culturally relevant streaming platform. Now, to the end of promoting gambling, sure. To the end of eventually making it a viable product to promote other advertisement or to make it a more suitable just general live stream, possibly. Twitch just became profitable, apparently. Who knows?
It's just like cocaine. It's just like drug abuse. It's just like the opiate problem. It's just like anything else. It can you and I both know people who have lost their lives gambling. Okay, you've seen people in pool halls. You see how they get, Joe Rogan. There's no difference in the drug addict than the gambling addict.
No
Not
difference.
At all. No difference.
So there is no difference. Then why do we shake our head at the Sackler family and pharmaceutical execs who push pills that ruin people's lives, but somehow nobody cares we're doing a very similar thing with gambling? At every level of...
Again, I actually think if we're to zoom out, sorry, getting back to the video chat, I think, and this is like saying I think CoffeeZilla, it'd be cool if he touched on this or addressed this. But again, this is like a little bit more of like a philosophical thing. Zooming out, it's the pharmaceutical companies, it's a physical product, chemical reaction, some sort of result, often an addictive result, right? I think the key with gambling is it removes it. There's a physical component to it. It's like all of the chemical reaction is created it's created as a psychological reaction to the gambling, right?
Society, we are shoving this down people's throats. And it's not that I mind if people gamble individually, but we are pushing it on people who otherwise would not have done it, because everything is gambling now, from sports to entertainment to investing. It is totally inescapable, and we're moving the casino from Vegas directly into people's pockets, connecting to their bank accounts. I don't know exactly how this is going to end, but it doesn't take a genius to see where it's going to lead. Gambling is going to be a much larger problem for people, and especially young men. And the saddest part is there's no amount of data or facts that I can give you that's going to stop that. There's just too much money at stake.
I reached out to Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Bad Friends, Nelk, Kevin Hart, Drake, and Nate Shot for comment. Theo Vaughn and Nelk responded for comment. Oh, honestly, I will say Theo Vaughn is someone who like genuinely seems like he'll talk about stuff. I want to see Theo Vaughn's comment. Regarding online sports books or winning cash on sports, we currently work with Prize Picks. Between us, I enjoy betting very mildly on sports. It makes the games more fun, but I'm also aware of the risks it can pose. They're probably not very knowledgeable because I haven't had those same exact issues. We make sure to follow guidelines from our sponsors, though it's worth being more intentional about emphasizing those risks to listeners. I feel like in the podcasting space, there's a decent amount of regulation in our ad reads, and I try to remember to advise our listeners that gambling may not be right for them, but I do often forget to do that. TBH. I mean, at least he commented and he's honest. And listen, I also don't want to be like old man yells at cloud and be like, oh, all gambling should be illegal. But like, even if we set certain limits on people's, like on the amount that people could bet, or like if there's just some degree of like regulation and oversight by smarter people than me, you know? Nelk, Kyle, Salem, and Siney only affiliate themselves with legal platforms like Prize Picks and play by the rules. Okay, this one was shit. That's some fucking. We only is like I thought Theo Vaughn's response was at least pretty apparent.
Hey, come back to the bar and let me fix you a drink. The weather isn't changing anytime soon.
You know, all it would take is basic advertising rules or legislative change to put a stop to half of this
It would take massive legislative change.
stuff.
That's the thing. Money makes the world move, Coffee. And the people who write the rules like them just the way they are.
Do you really think it's worth all of this, though? Like, just for a little more money?
Hey, you said it yourself, didn't you? It's not just a little money. It's a lot more money. If people would sell their soul for $100 million, well, imagine what they do for billions.
You know, maybe it is time for that drink.
You're gonna tip this time, right?
This was a phenomenal, bro. I need to watch more CoffeeZilla. This was amazing. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. This was such a good fucking video. Holy shit, guys! Please tell me there's no controversy around CoffeeZilla. Please tell me he's not canceled or anything. Is there any? Oh wait, I love CoffeeZilla, but his little skits are ass. Wait, no, the skits are what makes it so fucking good. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the White House is gonna be sponsored. You know what? Let's figure something out. Wait, I have an idea, chat. I have an idea. Let's go to Kick. Let's go see what happens when we go to Kick. Okay. Okay. Just chatting. Just chatting's higher than slots and casino, and then bam, Grand Theft Auto. This is kind of cool. Like, that's kind of cool that you can click on no pixel. Damn, the viewership's good here. Kyle's on there. We like Kyle.
Jackie. You are my goon. But one day, who knows? You got to remember these things. It's not about sticking up for your people that you know when they're doing wrong. It's about sticking up for not knowing if they're doing wrong or right to get the resolution. Right?
Blind loyalty?
Not blind loyalty. Basically, what you have to do is you have to be in that situation, right?
The boys' mentality when gang members go back for their boys.
By the way, look at my following list on Kick. XQC. You guys can see where I've watched Kick. XQC before follow Kyle. XQC Buddha.
Dark Souls. Ad mortem. This looks badass.
Hi everyone. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Kiru, and
I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter trailer.
All right, this is really fucked up, chat. I don't know how to say this. Am I crazy or is okay? Let's put all the ethics and moral stuff aside. This is a better site, right? Like, I click on Kyle and it's just like,
Figure that out. You have to make sure that you are in the know.
I can rewind.
Whether to verify that they gave them the substance, all right, and it's easy as fuck. Fucking piss easy.
I also need to ask, this is high command. I guess the cameras stay and
you can rewind on Twitch, but got to be subbed.
Villa gotta go.
It's Deke Magnum.
That's what I.
Thank you, Chief. I appreciate that.
No
It's
problem.
fine.
I'm not
This
gonna
shit
let
was
him
boring
call
the
you.
fuck out of me anyway. I'm gonna go kick some
Yeah.
ass.
I said I haven't decided yet. I will say I am pretty impressed. I mean, I find it just, it's like really snappy though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very like quick.
We're scheduling an interview.
Yeah, well, I'm scheduled for. I got the job.
And I haven't been hit by a single ad.
You know what I mean?
Nah, we should. You know what we should do? We should go. Apply to be police. What you think?
We did that before you got arrested, remember that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
chat.
but that was like at the Little Johnson. I said we go up right now.
How's it? How's it going there, sir?
We'll keep investigating. We'll
Hey
keep
there.
seeing.
Hey, how's it going there, man?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, I hope you're having a great night, man.
Yes, sir. We hope you're having a
Appreciate
great day there,
that.
sir.
Yeah, so you're very
good vibes.
looking real dapper. You're looking real
great,
dapper.
sir.
Very handsome. You're a
I look
handsome
Amish.
gentleman.
I look Amish as fuck.
That's
yes,
good.
Yes, sir. You're looking great. Keep it up, all right, sir?
I think view butting is still a problem on it, though. This was great, though. I love that we watched that. By the way, in true Blau, come on, you guys have to admit that it's kind of funny that I announced that I was considering doing roleplay streams on Kick as well as Twitch while watching a video about exposing the gambling epidemic. Come on, that's pretty on brand for me. Come on, that's pretty good, right? No, I don't know. I thought it was pretty on brand. Blau's manager is the shoulder devil for real, yeah. Listen, if you told me you bet 100K on KT Rollstar to win Worlds, I might have watched on. All right, I have some more stuff to cover. By the way, people were mad at him. Speed couldn't believe it after his character Mega Man spits out. Wait, oh no, it wasn't this. There was like one where like people were mad at Speed for rage quitting Dispatch. And I watched the clip and it was like he was rage quitting Dispatch in character. Like he was actually role playing it. It was so good. Sinner reveals that OTK reached out to her in the past. Okay, I'll let you guys watch this while I pee.
It was a really bad fit. And I was kind of split on it, and it was OTK. It was OTK. I'm just gonna say it was OTK. OTK reached out to me, and there was a lot of, in my opinion, there's
Jeff. Oh. Jeff. Oh no.
Now to clarify, I'm friends with Emmy. I'm friends with Emily. You know what I mean? I'm friends with a lot of different people on that org, and I'm good friends with those people. And it's nothing against those people, but I think that the org at the time was just not a good fit for me. And speak of that fucking pocket watching ass bitch in my chat, Agent was one of the people that I went to because me and Agent were like barely friends at that point. Like, we had just met. Mm-hmm. And I spoke to him and somebody else, and we were talking about something one day, and I asked him, like, I was like, what do you think about this deal? And I told him like what it was. And he was like, Cinna, and he was like, I'm gonna be honest, you don't believe in yourself enough. And I was like, okay, but I feel like the org is like good to have. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. And he was like, you can do it on your own. And then I spent forever talking to like my friends, and they were like, yeah, those might be your friends, but like I don't think that that's where you want to.
Okay, chat, Zors, and all of you guys. Listen. No more Twitch versus Kick debate. If you guys want to do Twitch versus Kick debate, take it to the Discord, okay? We'll discuss it in there. I haven't decided yet, okay? Take it to the Discord. We're watching other stuff now. No more war. Fair enough. We've just been talking for a while, but I'll drop it. Honestly, to be fair, Zorson, you guys seem to be pretty respectful. I vibe when chat. Listen, for the most part, you guys have been pretty chill, you know? Yeah, guys, take it to Kick Chat, okay? Yeah, enough of us walking on eggs. Let's talk about this, guys. I mean, we will never have a GOAT of esports like this. Insane. And now 3 years back. Wait, he won 4 years in a row? That's disgusting. I didn't know it was 4 in a row. Oh my God. Oh, 2022, he was in the finals. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, he's just like, he is actually just undeniably the GOAT. Let's talk about this, chat. GTA 6 is delayed. I'm going to need you guys to, I need to freeze myself. November 19th. Oh, I love this. They debate in the chat and then Sin gifts the sub. Love it. Beautiful. What do I think makes Faker so good? I think originally he was had just insane champion knowledge. Like I think he had the best champion pool and could just and just understood mid lane matchups better than anyone else. And I think he was actually very mechanically dominant. Like he was mechanically dominant around like his early win, like around these times. But then what ended up happening is I actually do think it's his longevity, because he started out already playing at the highest level. And here's the thing, there is a skill to being clutch, to being able to play in high pressure situations. So at a certain point, you know, by the time we come back around to like the 2022, 2023 era, he's just played so much in so many playoff games, elimination games, championship games. He has just pure clutch potential and doesn't choke under pressure, which is like, that is actually a skill you have to build. So one of the reasons why he's just now so dominant is because no one else is going to have that experience. No one else is going to be able to play through a full best of 5 with like, is it even best of 5 or best of 7? It's best of 5, right? No one's gonna be able to play through a full like best of 5 with like all of that knowledge going into it, you know? And like be able to like slog through those games, to be down 2-0 or 2-1 and then being able to come back and win. T1 didn't even qualify for Worlds this year. They had to go through play-ins, but Faker at Worlds is like having no cooldowns on your all. Yeah, and again, it's like once you put him on the world stage, and the same thing is like he has experience playing against players from from different regions. He's played against the Chinese players, the European players. Like, he knows how to like. It's just super adaptable. So the problem is, it's like it's really hard to like have someone even get to this point again. You can't like recreate that level of talent, because it's not just raw talent. It's like a level of experience now that he has. Mechanically, he's not the best mid laner, not by a long shot, but now he's just at such a like high level, cerebral level that it doesn't matter. Did you ever end up completing your streamer award nominations? I thought I did. When's voting up? Because I want to do streamer award voting. By the way, speaking of that Stream Elements thing that says, this is who's to blame for the GTA delay. What the fuck? May 2025. Can a 747 actually land in GTA 5? Are Grand Theft Auto's airports realistic? So this guy fucking, oh no, they're like, fuck, we got to fix the airports. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, they can take all the time they want, okay? Now, the one and only player equivalent to SKT1 Faker's career, T1 Faker. SKT Faker. World titles, 4. Game wins, 60. Games played, 83. You know, I'm going to chat. This is why I was saying T1 Faker is my GOAT, though. I think he clears SKT1 Faker, you know? That's insane. The only other GOAT is is himself on the team before the rebrand. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, like, I would rather, I would genuinely. Yesterday was the last day to vote. No, Colleen, yesterday was the last day to nominate for Streamer Awards. Voting's coming up, though. I would way rather, like, Rockstar, like, take their time, you know, and, like, actually drop, like, some good shit. I mean, it's going to be good shit, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to deal with a Cyberpunk situation. Weirdly enough, every time they've done delays like this makes me, like, feel like I actually feel better about the game because of the last 2 delays. (9/11/2). Don't you mean 1822? Man, I was so excited for Cyberpunk at the time. I think this is pre-planned. It wouldn't make sense for them to support No Pixel and then kill a GTA. I don't think GTA 6. Well, no. I don't think GTA 6 is gonna kill No Pixel in roleplay, chat, because it's like it's kind of different. Like, I'm imagining, let's say I'm role playing on, like, No Pixel 5, right? And then GTA 6 comes out. I'm gonna drop everything and go play GTA 6, but for like 2 weeks, right? I'll play for 2 weeks, play through the story, and then at that point, I'll go back to No Pixel 5, right? I don't think they're gonna have like, I don't think they'll have like online, and I don't think they'll have online or whatever they're cooking up for roleplay ready on launch. I would expect that to come in 2027. Right? So I mean, I think we'll get at least a year of No Pixel 5, if not more. True, I do need an invite first. Fuck. Chad, that's the biggest issue. I do need an invite first, which is why we are going to be streaming GTA roleplay tomorrow. Mickey is going to be, I don't think they're going to delay it again. No way, Sabina. No way. Thank you for saying breedable King Wampa Bear. No, there's no way they delay it again. You think so? Sabina, really? No. Because, no, dude, November release is such a juicy release. Like, your release windows, summer or right before holidays, November 19th is such a good release window. Oh, that's good. Like, low key, that's better for them than the May release. Don't you guys think so? They tap into that Christmas market to be able to sell us a $120 game. When do you think PC release is? I mean, here's my thing. I think people are saying, oh, well, like roleplay and modded servers didn't come out on GTA 5 until like 3-4 years after launch. I highly doubt that. I think given Rockstar's investment in roleplay, their acquisition of 5M, I expect I expect that we will be doing GTA 6 roleplay within 1 year after GTA 6 launch, at the latest 2 years after. At the latest 2 years. I think it's going to be way sooner than people think. Then it'll until quintuple A games. You go. Here's my other theory on game development, chat. If you guys look at how games have been performing or underperforming, with the exception of something like Expedition 33. But again, I think they actually did just cook up truly a masterpiece with that game. I think games, you either have to go all out. And I mean, like, we're talking like Arc Raiders big, or like you're going like GTA, not quite. No one's ever going like GTA 6 big. Like, you either shoot for the moon with a big giga project that fully delivers like a full plethora of gaming experiences, or we need to cut out this middle ground of like AAA, almost you could call it like AA kind of slop. Cut all of this, and then you have this layer of indie games. Friend slop, all of those games are the ones that are popping off. Friend slop games are crushing it. Progression slop games, or just like really like good niche focused games, things like Silk Song, stuff like that. This is how good gaming is right now. I didn't even know Outer Worlds 2 came out and no one is streaming it. See, I would argue Outer Worlds 2 is an example of that middle ground of games that just isn't profitable anymore. Like, they just don't really make sense. I think right now you are either going for the biggest giga title splash. Like, again, I'm thinking if I'm a publisher at a company, or if I'm in charge of publishing at one of the massive companies, I'm either going for an absolute massive project, 100+ devs on the project, or I'm doing a project that's like 10 devs. And it's a much smaller, more niche thing. GTA going to be so overhyped and it's going to be mid. I just don't think it can be mid. I think it is going to be very hyped. I don't even know if it's going to be overhyped. My counterpoint is this. The last game Rockstar released was in 2018. And that game is still better than any single player story game released this year. I don't think Expedition 33 or any other single player story game released this year is as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. Full stop. Name a single player story game that's been released in the last 7 years that's as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. Right? Like, you could. No, I'm actually saying I mean, Witcher 3 is good, but I don't think it's as good as RDR 2. I just don't. And the thing is, we say Red Dead Redemption 2 budget is ridiculous. Wait till you see the GTA 6 budget, right? So they've had more time to cook. They've had even more budget. And I would. Here's what I would say. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was underhyped, given its longevity and how it did. I don't think GTA 6 is underhyped, but I don't think it's overhyped either. Which means that if they deliver on the current level of hype, it will be a decade, like it'll be a generational game, like a decade-long game. GTA in the future will be the first $1 billion cost game. I'm pretty sure GTA 6 is $1 billion. Let me see. I think it is. I think, yeah, 1 and 2. I mean, I'm going to assume that includes marketing budget, because, marketing will be big for them as well. I wonder, are they big enough? Like they still obviously do some marketing, but they probably, do you know what's funny? I'd love to sit down with their marketing director and ask this. It's like they have the money, they might as well market the game, but like, is there a crazy strategy where where the only marketing you do is like your own channels? You know what I mean, chat? Like think about it. They just have to produce their own trailer, send out their own tweets. And in a weird way, because it's such a cultural phenomenon, everyone else will do marketing for them. All of the streamers are going to react to it. News are like regular mainstream news is going to talk about it. Everyone's going to retweet it. Like everyone's just going to talk about it naturally because it's just content, you know? It's like a weird thing where it's like their marketing is almost like they honestly just have to do their own in-house marketing and then just let everyone else run with it. Imagine if you didn't get fired from No Pixel admin, you might have gotten some inside scoop. Okay, first of all, fair point. Second of all, I actually secretly work for Rockstar Games, and I've been secretly working for Rockstar for the last 3 years. Is what I would say if I was actually cool, but I'm not. Also, guys, you can get fired from Tenmoki. Are you saying get fired from being a No Pixel admin? Buddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, I thought being an admin was very different. It turns out being an admin means I have to respond to a bunch of people. By the way, bless the No Pixel admins for actually doing the job they do. But a lot of it comes down to sorting out streamers with egos reporting each other and getting pissed off about taking L's in roleplay. And it turns out I don't want to fucking touch that. And Tenmoki, I have a dev panel now, which is even better. Thank you so much. So now I just get to create cool RP. And speaking of which, chat, we're going to be using that dev panel tomorrow. To set up some heists. We're going to be doing some heists in the city. Where's your card? Guys, please, listen, I got to clock in tomorrow and roleplay more, guys. Please, guys, for sure. I'm going to get my card soon. I just got to keep grinding, okay? Leaked clip from Blau's. If this is the Among Us.
The Among Us heist is actually.
I'm going to fucking kill you. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Just. Set up a prison escape for Lang. Oh, God. Oh. I get PTSD when I see anyone in chat say, do this for Lang, do this for Lang. I get PTSD. I'm getting PTSD, chat. Call Lang. Oh, I do need to hit up Nikita and set up the date. This you? Oh fuck. What are these? Oh God.
This is Jeffrey Leonard at the ripe age of 54 years old at a major Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and he's playing Exodia, one of the worst decks in Yu-Gi-Oh against tier limits, the undisputed best deck of the game, and yet somehow...
And all 5 pieces have been assembled. The legs, the arms, the head, Exodia obliterate!
This is the story of how one duel cemented Jeff Leonard's place in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Who exactly is Jeffrey Leonard? Well, even with him being twice the age of the average duelist, he's one of the most beloved players in the entire community. His story began like countless dads, wanting to spend more time with his kid, but Jeff went above and beyond. He didn't want to just play with his son, he wanted to beat him. The problem? His son was playing fast and complicated decks, where a single turn could snowball into a cascade of moves that never seemed to end, and Jeff wasn't able to keep up. So instead, he went with the exact opposite approach, stun decks. These decks were designed to shut everything down and stop the opponent from even getting their combos off the ground. The stun-based playstyle was the complete antithesis to combo decks, and that was the playstyle that Jeff would gravitate towards. But Jeff wasn't just a feel-good story, he had the skill to back it up. With multiple tournament tops over the years, within the community he became known as the wholesome old guy everyone loved, and videos featuring him could pull over 100,000 views. He wasn't loud or brash, he was the perfect character of a dad, wearing a cheerful smile on his face as he played Yu-Gi-Oh!, playing at his own pace. His age made him stand out, sure, but it was his good nature
Blau
that made him
versus
so
Saikudo
beloved.
again?
Jeff had a reputation as one of the most nicest players in the scene, and everyone welcomed him into the community as one of their own. But at the same time that Jeff was making his way around in the community, known as the wholesome, lovable dad, another story was unfolding, with the rise of one of Yu-Gi-Oh's most hated cards, a story Jeff would be tied to in an unexpected way.
Mystic Mine! Mystic Mine!
Mystic Mine.
Mystic Mine!
Mystic Mine.
Mystic Mine!
Mystic
What's Mystic
Mine,
Mine?
card so notorious that the mere mention of it could send a shiver through any duelist. It was universally hated because of how brutally effective it was at stunning your opponent. Mystic Mine terrorized the player base, where if you ever came across it in a duel, you knew you were in for a rough time. Mystic Mine is a field spell with one simple effect. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, they can't activate monster effects or declare an attack. And if you control more, the same also applies to you. And if both players have the same number of monsters, Mystic Mine destroys itself. On paper, it might sound like a balanced card, but in practice, it was anything but.
I hope on the very first ban list after this set's release, that card goes to like 0.
The card fell into a category known as floodgates, cards that stop entire mechanics of the game. Floodgates are generally disliked, as they are cards that prevent players from making certain actions, such as Imperial Order or Vanity's Emptiness.
I know
which prevents
Imperial
special
Order.
summoning or activating spells. Imagine your opponent plays Mystic Mine, and then suddenly half of the cards in your deck are worthless, and then removing it, easier said than done. It's like being told to cut down a tree after somebody has taken away your axe. This card was frustrating to play against, as it shut off monster effects, which left many decks unable to even function. Now sure, you also had two ways to remove it, through spell destruction effects or by controlling an equal number of monsters your opponent controls, but neither were reliable. At this point in Yu-Gi-Oh!, power creep had advanced so far that spells and traps dedicated to spell and trap removal were relegated instead to inbuilt archetype monster effects, which Mystic Mine completely shut down. Relying on its inbuilt destruction effect didn't work either. If your opponent ever thought the coast was clear with no Mystic Mine on board, cards like Metaverse or Demise of Land could play Mystic Mine during the opponent's turn, acting not only as a form of disruption, but also leaving your opponent with at least one monster on the board, and once a monster was stuck, it was nearly impossible to remove it without the very fact Mystic Mine disabled. This card created a strange gameplay state, where if the opponent ever summoned a single monster, they were locked out of playing until they drew an answer, and if they held back and waited, they couldn't advance their strategy. To put in perspective of how broken it was, for a feature match at YCS, where the only actions were draw, then pass, for 10 turns. It was a miserable experience for everyone involved, for the opponent, spectators, and honestly probably even the person piloting the deck.
Let's see what we're playing against.
Safe to say, Mystic Mine was despised by almost every corner of the community. It created two groups of players, the people who played it and the people who didn't. And if you're in that first group, then you're public enemy number one. One playstyle that spawned the rise of Mystic Mine was Mystic Mine Burn. Since Mine stalled opponent, it synergized nicely with Burn decks, which relied on dealing damage through effects rather than battle. Burn decks were also known for being uninteractive, and combining them with Mystic
Is Mystic Mine banned? It's got to be banned, right? I have never seen that in Master Duel.
Mine create the perfect recipe for being the most hated strategy in the game. Well, what would the most toxic deck look like? The most popular build that came from this era was the PPG top 16 deck list, that would rely on shutting down your opponent with Mystic Mine, and then winning the game through the ticking time bombs of Wave Motion Cannon, which dealt 1,000 damage for every turn it stayed on the field before being sent to the grave. Or Final Countdown, a card which let you win a game after 20 turns had passed. And when you looked at the specifics of the deck list itself, it looked like it was engineered purely to frustrate. It ran 15 cards which let you get faster access to Mystic Mine, and once it was online, removing it was a nightmare. Thanks to protection cards like Prohibition, Field Barrier, or Solemn Judgment. And one of the nastiest tech cards, Goddess's Skull's Oracle, let you prevent your opponent from even drawing any outs. You'd think the most toxic player imaginable could have built this deck, but the truth was none other than Jeffrey Leonard, who placed top 16 in a PPG tournament with this very build. Despite playing one of the most degenerate decks ever built, everyone gave Jeff a pass. It probably made him even more likable. The most wholesome person in the entire community was playing one of the most hated decks in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! It had a very ironic contrast that everyone seemed to find funny. It even became a running joke that Jeff playing Mystic Mine against his own son was another form of child abuse. Jeff wasn't even a pushover who's carried by a Mystic Mine. He clearly had the skill to back it up, considering his tops at PPG or the first place wins at numerous COVID-era tournaments. For a while, Jeff was in his element, as Mystic Mine was meta, playing the same game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That he loved, always with a smile on his face, until December 1st, 2022.
It was banned.
Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine is on there. Mystic Mine is banned.
On that day, the new ban list dropped, and Mystic Mine was wiped off the game, and with it, every deck that relied on it, leaving Jeff without his weapon of choice. To make matters worse, the meta had completely shifted. With the introduction of tier
this is when
limits, the
tier
deck, unlike
limits
anything
came
before,
in.
Not only could it string together absurdly long combos on its own turn, it was known as a turn 0 deck, as it could combo not just during their turn, but during yours. Tier limits were the start of a new era of power creep, a deck so strong that
This
even
is
3 years
when I
later, it was
started
still
playing.
unmatched. So the era of Mystic Mine had come to an end, with Stun taking a backseat to the all-powerful tier limits. But Jeff kept competing, because for him, this was far from the end of the story. Enter Exodia, the Forbidden One.
Yeah. The best
Jeff always
deck.
had an affinity for unconventional decks, often choosing to play first-turn kill decks. But with this change in era, his next pick was just as strange, as at YCS Indianapolis 2023, the deck he played was
Exodia! Obliterate!
Exodia was a very odd choice for a high-level tournament, especially if you wanted to do well. The pieces of Exodia were a relic of the game, where card design was more of an afterthought. It was gimmicky, inconsistent, and outdated. In case you didn't know what Exodia does, Exodia's effect lets you win a duel when you have all 5 pieces in your hand. To even play them, you're forced to run 5 dead cards that do nothing in a duel. Draw 1 in your opening hand, you're effectively playing with 1 less card, while your opponent starts with 5. Building around Exodia means that your entire deck must be dedicated to draw cards so you can dig for those pieces, all while praying that you don't brick by drawing too many pieces early. And even if you do manage to set it up,
Yeah, Exodia is such a weird deck in that you actually don't want to draw Exodia on your first turn. Like for instance, if you drew 4 pieces of Exodia on your first turn, you're actually probably fucked. Like you're probably fucked then. Well, depends what your 5th card is, but you're like drawing too many pieces is actually bad.
modern hand traps like Ash Blossom can stop you cold. That's why, for the most part, Exodia decks never saw any serious play at the top level, and yet, Jeff dared to try. Jeff wasn't worried about topping an event with his deck. Winning wasn't the goal. He was there for something far simpler, and maybe something we forget too often in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! To have fun.
What was your goal for that YCS?
This deck is really not for winning tournaments. It's basically to have fun.
Armed with the deck list that his son had helped him build, Jeff set off ready to duel in the tournament. But this wasn't your typical Exodia build. It was something different, something no one had seen before. So how did Jeff's Exodia deck work? Just like Jeff, his variant
I kind of want to rebuild this deck and try it in Master Duel.
of an Exodia deck was just as unusual and memorable as he was. Most Exodia builds rely on loading a deck
This is the one I know, which is like, okay, this is a classic one, Royal Magical Library. Yeah,
with draw cards, and randomly hoping that you'd get all 5 pieces. Instead of relying on luck with the draws you got, his deck was built to search every piece directly.
So his is a search deck.
This key distinction was pretty important. As long as the combo got started, the opponent had no way to stop it. Victory was guaranteed. The combo was a little too intricate to break down step by step, but here's the abridged version. The deck revolved around 4 key cards: Isolde, Blue Dragon Summoner, Celine, and Time Star Magician. As long as you had any 2 warrior monsters on the field, you could special summon Isolde, which served as the main entry point to the combo. Time Star Magician fetched ahead of Exodia while also sending Blue Dragon Summoner to the grave. From there, Celine becomes the focus point of the combo, allowing you to repeatedly summon Blue Dragon Summoner over and over. And each time Summoner hit the grave, you could search another limb of Exodia, one by one. With new ways to summon a copy of Celine from the extra deck, the deck could piece Exodia together surprisingly easily. It also wasn't like the combo was hard to pull off. There was plenty of 1 card or even 2 card combos to get to it. Biggest problem was how easy it was to disrupt the combo, either with hand traps like Ash Blossom.
Yeah, usually the biggest issue with these kinds of decks is that they're just gonna because you only have that 1 win condition, they're gonna disrupt it.
Or Drone Lockbird, which stopped you from adding cards to your hand, ending the combo. It was an all or nothing deck. If Jeff had a single Neospace connector and opponent had no disruptions, then he won instantly. But if he was forced to go second or his combo was interrupted, then the deck had no way to fight back, and he'd be done for. And this new style of Exodia seemed to even work, as for the first 3 matches Jeff played, he won not just 1, not just 2, but all 3 games. The news spread fast with people realizing that not only was Jeff Leonard doing well, he was playing Exodia. Word even spread to the tournament producers, and that's when they decided Jeff's round 4 match would be featured on a live stream. But his opponent, Justin Singh, commanding the all-powerful tier limits. By this point in the meta, tier limits had been taken to the shed and shot 8 times. 90% of the cards in the archetype had either been limited to 1 or outright banned. It was such a dominant deck that even cards that were remotely associated with it were also banned. To put it in perspective, this was full power tier limits. And then post the February 2023 ban list, this is what it ended up looking like. Even with tier limits being a shell of its former self, the match was still heavily in its favor. The few cards that survived the ban list were strong enough to make it one of the best decks in the meta, but the deck's once impenetrable armor now had a crack. It was far more prone to bricking. By this point, Jeff had once again become a meme in the community for managing to win with Exodia. A crowd had formed watching the feature table. Everyone knew he was on Exodia, but no one knew how he was pulling it off. And that mystery is what made the duel electric. Game 1 starts in Jeff's favor. He wins the die roll, getting to go first. He opens with Neospace Connector, which special summoned an Aqua Dolphin. Not only did this provide for 2 warriors, meaning that he could summon Isolde, and in turn win with Exodia, Aqua Dolphin also had an effect that let him rip a monster from Justin's hand, potentially clearing out hand traps. And so, Jeff starts his combo, but Justin responds with Calbec, bouncing Jeff's monster back into the deck. Luckily for Jeff, he has an extender, so he manages to find a new combo line to Exodia. Then piece by piece, he starts assembling it. And when final card hits his hand, the crowd erupts, rallying behind Jeff as he takes game 1.
Oh, Exodia.
Yo.
Wow.
In game 1, Jeff got lucky by going first, but in game 2 we saw the true strength of Tier Elements. Justin fired off his Tier Element combo unhindered, forming a board of multiple negates. Jeff fought back by dropping 2 Santa Claus, sending a couple of Justin's monsters to the grave.
Crime. Santa Claus has come to town, and it has distributed off the sprint. 2 Santa Clauses have been taken out.
But even that wasn't enough. The remaining monsters were more than enough to stop the Exodia combo, forcing Jeff to concede and tying a match to 1-1, with the final game deciding it all. All eyes were on the table. The last game would decide the winner. With his loss in game 2, Jeff got to go first. He opened with special summoning Junk Forward, and then Neospace Connector, and the crowd erupted.
Special summon Junk Forward, and then we summon out the Connector. We know the Connector gets you there.
Everyone knew that even one Neospace Connector meant you could start the Isolde combo, but this time, Justin was ready.
Okay, this looks like it might be a Herald. It is. It is Herald, taking out the name. And that takes out the Diviner in hand. Justin down to 3 cards in hand.
He fired off Herald of the Orange Light, which not only negated the Neospace Connector's effect, but also destroyed it. Without it, Jeff was left with a single warrior, so he couldn't reach Isolde, leaving him with no option but to pass.
Some people might overcommit because you just have to see it. Like, you have to see it.
It looked like the match was as good as over. On Justin's turn, Tier Elements could easily blow past Jeff and win the duel. And yet...
Playing a strategy like this, you are not giving Dark Ruler, even the Mad Feather Dust, or any of those type of cards. Santa Claus. Oh,
no!
Oh, he bricked.
He to set 1 monster face and turn. That buys Jeffrey another turn to try again. And he has a...
But fate had other plans, as on Justin's turn after ruminating over his choices, he had nothing. The strongest deck in Yu-Gi-Oh's history had bricked, and Jeff had an opening. Like a heavyweight champion swinging and missing, Jeff was ready to counter with the full might of Exodia. He could only smirk in disbelief, already realizing what was about to happen. For Jeff, this was the final opportunity to make it all come together. It's Jeff's turn, and for him to win a duel, he needs to be able to have 2 warrior monsters on the field. He normal summons his second copy of Neospace Connector, but Justin fires back with Ash Blossom, shutting down its effect. But Jeff's last turn hadn't gone to waste, as with Junk Forward still left over, he had exactly what he needed to summon Isolde. And as Jeff calmly works his way throughout the combo, the more becomes clear. Justin had nothing left in his arsenal. Then it began. The head of Exodia reached his hand.
War in the field. I don't know if I necessarily start with...
Oh, here it is.
With the arrival of the 4th piece, the room erupts chanting.
Oh boy. Another leg. 1 more piece. The crowd is chanting. 1 more piece.
And then, with a smile on his face, Jeff reveals the final piece of Exodia.
He got the other arm. And all 5 pieces have been assembled. The legs, the arms, the
God,
head.
I fucking love Exodia, chat.
The duel was over. Jeff had done it again, sealing the match by assembling Exodia for the 2nd time, as the crowd absolutely exploded.
Wow, the crowd goes insane.
With Jeff's victory, he cemented himself in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! After all, there's few people who can claim they played Exodia in a feature match and won. Sure, he dropped the next 3 rounds and finished 4-3, but that didn't matter, because when people remember that tournament, they remember Jeff. His personality left such a mark that even his opponent, after arguably losing in a pretty uninteractive duel, couldn't help but laugh and smile. And the moment spread far beyond a niche group of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Clips of Jeff's Exodia win went viral, reaching even casual fans who hadn't played the game in years, but still remembered Exodia from their childhood. And that's what Jeff's story reminds us. It's not the deck that defines the player, it's the player that defines the deck. If anyone else had been up the face of Mystic Mine or an Exodia FTK, the reception would have been far less positive. But because it was Jeff, we loved it. In a world full of egos and competition, we could all learn to be a little more like Jeff.
Heart of the cards, chat.
Jeff showed how Exodia would work in real life, but how well did it work in anime? Click on this video on the right to see how well, or not so well, Exodia.
We should make his deck. I kind of want to now try to win with his deck. That sounds amazing. Guys, is it time to cook up? It's been a while since I've done a Yu-Gi-Oh video on the main channel. I think it's time. I think we bring it back. All right, chat. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream today. Short little react stream today. You know, I always like to catch up with you guys on Sundays. Guys, thank you for the gifted subs today. The additional subs, the follows, the good vibes. We have a juicy week of streams. Tomorrow, GTA roleplay. Tuesday, I don't know. Wednesday, Dispatch in cosplay. Last drop of chapters for Dispatch. That'll be on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we are taking Extra Emily and T10 Nat to learn hockey. And then, I don't know. I haven't played the weekend streams yet, but I'll let you know when I know. Until then, thank you guys. Also, by the way, I need to start doing this. Shout out to our sponsors including Mad Rabbit Tattoo. Use code Blau for 20% off all of your tattoo care products. And Form is one of our newest sponsors who provide stabilization gear, FDA approved stabilization and posture gear. That's the stuff I've been using to help me train for hockey. And of course, always a Warrior, but you know, they're my fucking goats. So anyways, Crams already bought 5. You should too. Chat 07's in the chat, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Longer stream tomorrow. It was a shorter one today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye.